Welcome to the most horsepowerful podcast on the internet, the Xbox Drive. Before we get this show on the road, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and ring that bell on YouTube, and leave a 5-star rating or review on your podcatcher of choice. If you want to continue the conversation after the show, make sure you join the Carpool Gaming Discord. For exclusive content and all the Carpool shows in one simple feed, head over to patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Finally, head over to carpoolgaming.com for all of your merch needs. Now, with all that out of the way, you better buckle up, Buttercup, because it's time for the Xbox Drive.
Greater than X.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Fee, and it is episode 357 of the Xbox Drive. This week, we're going to be talking about some great things like Dragon Age previews, the Plucky Squire, and Elden Ring. And Elden Ring. Yep. I am one of your hosts, and I am here not getting distracted by my co-hosts who are just going off the rails right now because I don't know what kind of energy they're bringing, but I'm all here for it. Sean freaking Capri, how's it going?
Fee, I was a second away. We do a little countdown at youtube.com/carpoolgaming. We're live at twitch.tv/carpoolgaming live. We do a little countdown, and then Bowsah's lovely intro happens. I was seconds away from doing the old school, hey everyone, it's me! I just about did it, but I didn't have everything lined up, so I went back to how we've been doing it recently. But maybe next week I'll remember to do that. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm feeling weird. I've been screaming expletives at Mitch throughout the whole pre-show. It's exclusive to us. I'm doing great. I'm out of breath. I'm sweaty. Woo! The Xbox Drive, baby! Mitch, hi, buddy.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Off pre-show, Sean is on some stuff. It's great.
I'm in pajama pants.
Yeah, he called me all sorts of names that we can't even say on the show. It's kind of crazy, but it's all right. Don't worry about it. PVO. Anyways, yeah.
Rhymes with Mitch.
It does. Figure it out.
Bowsah,
how you doing?
I don't know.
Stitch.
I don't even know.
Lilo and Stitch.
The camera is worthless. I didn't change anything, and it's broken. I don't know. I did a full computer restart. I reset my internet. I did everything to just deal with it.
I've been there. It happens.
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
It's all good.
Hey,
Don't worry.
Fee.
PVO, we're good.
Fee, you look very nice tonight.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. I tried. So here we are.
What did you say? You tried?
Yeah.
Tried.
I tried too, and no compliments for me. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
That's all it takes.
It's been
a little effort.
Been a week, and guess what, guys? I am just I'm just so excited to sit with you guys and talk about video games.
Yep.
Because each week I get to sit down with two of my favorite people, and there's Mitch.
And this guy.
It's so mean.
And
begrudgingly, she just goes, ugh. I remember that.
It's true. I had to play a game for 300 hours to get him off my back, essentially. So
no. Time out. Rich Bauer filed the paperwork, not me. I don't know why you think it's me.
Because a lawyer just doesn't act on something without having an actual person that they're doing it.
You telling me you haven't seen those Jesus Christ. You haven't seen those ambulance chasers, no, come back. I can get you money. You're telling me you've never seen those? That's what Rich Bauer did for me. He heard the show and he preemptively called me, says, pro bono, I'll help you. And I'm like, all right.
Oh,
cool.
I'm that big of a problem. Okay,
you
sweet.
are.
Sweet. I'm so happy about this. But no, I'm just in a good mood. And Sean
so is Sean.
I'm something. Guys, we're 3 episodes away from episode 360 when we get the red rings of death and it all goes to hell anyway. So wrap us in a towel, man. It's coming.
Man, it's gonna be crazy. That episode, nonstop insanity.
It's just gonna shut off mid-episode. There is no ending of that episode.
What are we,
I think you can count on.
Is this the Sopranos? Are we just gonna randomly shut it off and then that's it, and we just never record an
and
episode
then 3
again?
red lights starts blinking like this.
Exactly.
That's what happens.
Mitch is like, all right, so this week on Apex Legends, and then you're done. That's it, and then it just shuts off.
I'll just do it for me. Don't worry. I'll just red ring myself. Don't worry about it.
You're nice. That'd be really funny. Oh, man. Yep, it's going to be a weird show.
It is.
Can't wait.
It's Friday. I'm the one who said it this time.
It is.
It is. We should also talk about the weather. Why not? Just randomly talk about the
More
day.
objective truths. Yes.
It's nice. It's cool now.
Yep.
Yay.
Still circling around the sun. That's
Yeah.
how that works.
Yeah.
Oh,
Football's great. American football is awesome. Just
Oh,
saying.
football is great.
Football is great.
Unless you're a Philly, like an Eagles fan. That
Don't
wasn't
talk-
fun for you, but that was great for everyone else watching. Holy
Don't-
crap.
I don't
That's
even know
not nice.
what happened to the Eagles.
Oh, like it was fine. Everything was fine. And then Atlanta Falcons, they won the game in the last 2 minutes. It was awesome.
Folded under not that much pressure at all, actually. It was kind of
Yep.
bad.
They could have had it. They could have had it. And you should have seen. I mean, now that we're not having a football show all of a sudden, but
Man,
maybe
you
Mitch
know
and
what
I,
I
that's
also-
what we do.
Yeah, and you know what I want to also point out? Every so often, like, I have our entire dock beside me, and every so often I just see things just randomly clicking about, and things are just going crazy over there, and I'm like, what's going on? And then I just see a specific name popping around, and it
Yep.
says Mitch Power, and hence why I've
got in
with
trouble
two of my
last
favorite
week for that.
people, and then Mitch. This is week 2.
You weren't
we should have a
reading it.
counter.
Yeah.
How do you know
reading
what
it.
I'm reading?
We need,
I gotta
we,
have
need,
fun.
we need to give him like a fidget spinner
Fine.
or whatever
I'll
those
fidget
things
on this
are.
thing. I'll read the Xbox Drive YouTube bio, which is ridiculous this week. but go
Lachlan,
on.
hang on. Lachlan in the chat says go Pirates. We're talking, that's not
Let's go.
football. That's baseball. What the-
She was rocking that blackout Pirates hat last night. I saw.
We
Oh
love it.
man, he stepped up to bat and he scored a touchdown after running around all
sorry.
those bases.
I'm sorry that you chose the Pirates as your baseball team because that's only going to lead to disappointment.
I have no idea.
I don't
My
know
sister
either of those
screamed
sports.
touchdown at a baseball game one time. That was
There
really
was like
funny.
Amazing.
20 years without a winning season. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's better than the Maple Leafs. That's
Sports
what I know.
ball.
Yeah.
Whoa! Woo!
Oh,
Sports.
hockey's coming back, Fee. Hockey's
yeah.
coming back.
Woo!
Man, you Canadians are just like gearing up, taking the week off.
Take the
just
day off.
staring.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
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 Man.
Center ice shows up and you got like 9 TVs all of a sudden. You're just like, yeah, I can watch all of it.
Yep.
It's true.
What else is there to life, you know? Just hobbies. That's it.
Yeah.
Just like video games, guys. Wow. Getting
Oh,
back
yeah.
on topic.
The
Whoa!
Xbox Drive. That's
I
us.
thought this was the day of the week weather and sports ball podcast. That's what I thought, but
Man, what else could we cover? Election. Let's talk about no. We're
no.
done. Okay. What,
That's one way to get me to
do
quit.
we have literally anything else that we could possibly talk about at the start of the show? Anything
I'd ra-
positive that we could talk about?
I'd rather have a
Gratitude,
3-hour
even?
podcast of us watching paint dry on a wall and rather than talk about politics. It's cool.
Oh man.
Man.
Good Lord. Video games are fun though. Let's talk about those.
Yeah, and also, Bowsah, what's up?
I had a headache, so I took a half day off work and got away from the screen for a little bit and went out and installed a bunch of new lights on my motorcycle.
There you
That's
go.
good.
Nice.
I gotta love how you're like, I have a headache, but you know what I don't have a headache for? Motorcycle lights. Let me take a half day off.
Yeah, they are like super bright LEDs all over the back end of that thing now.
Love it. Love
There
it.
you go.
Jeez. I like Sean's
I'm a motorcycle.
That's what they do, huh? That's
Yeah.
crazy. And then you do this. What is that? Are you riding one?
I'm so excited for the listeners right now. Wondering what is happening is Sean is currently making a lot of weird noises.
I look like a chicken. I look like
he
a
is-
bopping chicken.
Yeah,
Look at all
I
them
hope I don't
chickens.
look like that.
Oh,
True.
man. Yep.
Facts.
You only get the stuff on youtube.com/carpoolgaming. Just saying. Go subscribe.
Those
Shameless
guys
plug.
riding their motorcycles, think they're all cool with their leather and everything, their loud bikes. And what I see, I'm sure Bowsah's is cool though.
Yeah. They gonna say, you're talking about people who ride motorcycles and Bowsah's hitting, you're like, yeah, that's
Hers
real
is cool.
funny.
I said guys.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Bowsah drives a spider, which is different than a motorcycle. But
Thank you. But it is a motorcycle because that's what she calls it, so I guess it is. Love you, Bowsah.
Can we,
Is there somebody at the door? I thought we were going to talk about
don't
something
know.
positive. I tried. There's somebody at the door. She keeps knocking in here. She's got, thank you. Golly, housekeeping. September is here. We're on the road to Rome, New York, and surrounding areas for Extra Life 2024. We've been going hard at twitch.tv/carpoolgaming live. That's what she said, Mitch Power. Yesterday, live on the Nintendo Drive, we put it out there. We were sitting at 91, 92 subs. We're like, if we get to 100, Seth Sturgill and I, and anybody else at Carpool who would like to join, we will do a full spoiler cast and review of the Super Mario Brothers movie from 1993 starring Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo. That is happening thanks to Ginsu3000 for gifting 10 subs, getting us up and over that centennial mark. We're at 102 on our way to a new goal, but my goodness, you guys, we're not even through the month and we more than 100 subs. This is insane.
Whoa.
So we're using all of that support to get us a conference room for the Monday after game day. We're going to be hanging out. It's helping so many, 7+. We'll find out about those other holdouts there, not to be named right now. But a lot of us are going to be hanging out in the same house. And so this is reducing the burden for the host to go to Extra Life, to make it a big deal, to raise a ton of money. You guys are incredible. And man, it's crazy. So thank you to Ginsu3000 for those 10 gifted subs yesterday. And everybody else who's been gifting subs throughout September. Tim Paulin with 15 gifted subs. Ginsu, like I said, at 10. Bob Loblaw at 10. Tony Baker at 5. Yon32 at 5. Rizzle2929, that's Brian Rees for 5. Mitch Power for 5. Bowsah for 5. And that Sean Capri also gifted 5 gifted subs. Thank you to everybody for your support over there. And now, Fiona, I have some news for you that you probably know, but I'm going to pitch it as if you have no idea what I'm going to talk about here.
What are you going to talk about, Sean?
I'm so happy to tell you that, remember last week, we were like, oh, thank you so much for Hot Gamer Boy Summer for signing up for that free tier. You can check out all that content for free, but you can't. It's too much content. There's no way for you to do it. So I'm happy to announce another failed challenge. Hot Gamer Boy Summer. Thank you so much for signing up for that $1 tier, getting that ad-free tier. You get all the shows, one convenient feed, way earlier than everyone else. I love the way Seth said this on the Nintendo Drive last night. If you're listening to the free feeds, you're getting this way late. You have no idea. It's way later. Super early access at Patreon. Ad-free. You don't get me interrupting in the middle of the show going, hey, everyone, it's me. You can go to Patreon if you like and get a bunch of free cool perks. So if you don't want that, if you're listening to free feeds and you're annoyed by that, just $1. Be like Hot Gamer Boy Summer, patreon.com/carpoolgaming, just like Toxic did. Once again, welcome back, Toxic, to our only Austin Powers flavored tier, the gold member tier. Welcome back, my friend. Yeah, it's tasty, Bowsah.
Ew.
It's Dutch tasting.
God,
like gold
This is
member.
getting worse.
Jesus, dude.
Yep.
He's becoming more and more unhinged as the night goes on. We're
Bowsah's
15
next
minutes in.
on Pants. So I think it's too late to send in your questions, but enjoy that show. Pants Patreon podcast for Patrons podcast. It's our AMA show. Very cool. And yeah, we did an episode of the Real Carpool Gaming podcast that could be about literally anything for Patrons podcast with me and Nagachaka. Ryan Turford is next. More and more stuff happening at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. But Fiona, actually Bowsah, that ain't all. That ain't it. That's not it. That's not it.
Stay
That's
here, I'll
not
skip it,
even
lady.
it.
Lady, get out of here!
Yeah, come back later. Are you nuts? We're not done. It's September. How could we possibly be done? It's not happening. What I'm excited to tell you guys about, though, you can go to carpoolgaming.com, scroll down a little bit, because that there Fiona McKinnon designed something really cool, and you can go get yourself some Extra Life 2024 collection merch. Look how cool this stuff looks. Fiona, do you want to talk to people through the look at this merch. Look at the
Oh, I
design
love
of this stuff.
How they have the logo in the side of the shirt. It makes me very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa! What an exciting time. So yes, Carpool Gaming Extra Life 2024. I wanted it to be like really fun and like also like gaming centric, but then also, of course, our friend of the show and co-host of the Nintendo Drive, Seth, came up with the idea that it should be themed by Kirby, and so that's why we have Bobby on a Extra Life controller. So it's really cute. And he's also holding a little microphone. Guys, we do podcasts. I don't know if you know this. So I put in a microphone. So I put a little microphone in his hand. So cute.
That is so cute. He's like, wee!
Yeah, he's bringing the fucking content with those little wings. I love that. Oh my goodness. I every so often, guys, I'm not gonna lie, yesterday when Seth showed us all of this, I was like, wait a second, I made this.
You made this.
It's so weird. It's very like surreal. So like this is this second time that I'm doing something that is something that you guys can purchase on the website. Of course, if you are one of our I'm like, goodness, I can't even speak right now. One of our ultimate tiers, of course, we do have some content. Mitch, I swear I heard you, and I need to cannot. I just simply cannot with you today.
Mitch exited.
Yeah, there we go. Just bye, Mitch. I'm just joking, but no, it's really cool to be able to create content for all of you, and I'm really excited to see what you guys do with the merch. Like last time we had some people working out in it, some people were at work, and I want to see what you guys are doing with the t-shirts. Go by all means. Or if you're at work and you have the mug, take photos, share it in the Discord, share it on Twitter.
We need a crazy picture kind of contest going on. Like wear the merch, use the merch, go do something crazy, but safe. No bridge jumping or nothing crazy like that.
I was about to say,
calm down.
add the safe part, huh?
What?
Gee.
That's safe. Be safe, everybody.
Yeah.
When I wear it when I ride my motorcycle. Is that safe enough?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
Bowsah, I feel like you ordered all of this stuff already.
I
I feel like
tried.
you did too. I tried.
I tried.
Was it on the site? I did it.
Here's a really cool thing. I promise you guys. I think this is the last thing I've got to tell you. So one more thing on this. September, 25% off all your subs. If you have an Amazon Prime sub, you can get free. It's free to support us. That's really great. And also, if you go to carpoolgaming.com while we're live on Twitch, which so far has been every damn day in September, if we're live, you can go and gift some merch to the gift chat. This is so cool. It's a great feature of our website. You can pick your item. There's a little button that says gift to Twitch chat, and people can enter into a contest. It's really cool. You can do it right now, chat, here at twitch.tv/carpoolgaming live. I think that is all the housekeeping. Very exciting stuff. Again, all of this helps support us. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here, lady. Get out. Mitch.
Beat it. Go on.
The end.
The end.
Wow.
We did it.
That's awesome.
Show's
Man,
over.
we're really
See
doing
you
it.
next week.
Yeah, exactly. Bowser's challenge. I was like, oh, we're good. Bye.
Have a
That was
good
fun.
night.
Thanks. Thanks for listening.
You're welcome.
What is happening?
Just so quiet. Why is it so quiet?
Guys, you know what I also want to know?
Talk.
I'm trying. What is happening? Oh my goodness. This
This show is off the rails today.
Should we just
Who
start
cares?
it?
Who cares?
I
man?
mean,
Who cares?
no. Okay. No,
Holy crap.
I simply can't.
Yep.
We're gonna talk about some video games, guys.
Sounds
What-
good.
What have we all been playing this week? Trying to get us back on track. Bowsah,
Save us.
please save us from ourselves.
Guess what,
Please
guys?
share.
Guess what? Guess what?
You play
Did
games.
you finish some
I
games?
played some video games this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. So I decided the other night I need to do some cleanup of some things that have just been hanging out on my Xbox. So I popped back into Flock, which is a Game Pass game where you're flying around, collecting these little creatures, get them to fly with you in your flock, you know?
Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
It's the name
yeah,
of the
you
game.
get it? Uh-huh, yep. And you gotta identify the creatures, what class are they, and what their name is based on their looks and behaviors and whatnot. So I'd stopped playing it because I got to a point where I didn't know how to progress. And I decided, all right, let me just see if I can look this up. And it was some obscure thing that you had to go to this place and there's a creature snoring in a cave. But then it just pops up one little piece of dialogue that the lady that's bossing you around tells you have to go collect these other things and come back to her. Well, then it doesn't become a quest marker or anything, so I didn't know what I was doing. So I looked up where those things were, followed through, that unlocked the last area, got all my whistles. I can do all of the creatures, and I rolled credits, so
There you go.
pretty good one. Is it something I would rush out and play again? No. I think it has multiplayer, but I don't really know how interesting that would be. It's a simple game for the most part, but it's fun. You'll like tame the creatures and stuff, so you know.
Very cool.
Next up, thanks to Xbox Canada, I got a code for that Grapple Dogs game. I'm pretty sure Seth talked about this quite a bit on the Nintendo Drive. It's a 2D platformer, but you play as a couple different dogs. I haven't gotten too far. But the dogs have like different abilities. They can both grapple, but one can charge at walls and the other one can. It has something else. So, it feels really good to play. Maybe it has just like a smidge too much of story interruptions. Like I just want to go play through the platforming levels and have fun, and it's trying to tell me a story. So, I guess it just depends what you're in the mood for. Just know that you're going to have some story interruption there.
Stories are no, you don't need stories in video games. Just skip
Yeah,
them.
I mean, the dogs are going to save the world. Like
Yeah.
the
They're
goodest
dogs.
boys
They're
and
gonna save the
girls,
world.
right?
The end. Every
Yeah,
other story.
I mean, yeah, we knew that's going to happen. So then there was another game that's been sitting on my Xbox taunting me for quite a while. And that is Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. Not the remade one. Like, I played the old one that's on Game Pass, because why not?
I mean, it's free. That's
It's
the big
for
reason why.
freezies, right?
It's
I
included in
mean,
your subscription. We can't say free. Sorry.
yes, included. So,
Included.
you early in the game, a couple brothers, your dad's sick, you take them somewhere and they tell you need to go get something, so you have to control both of the brothers, like one with each stick, which is kind of brain breaking. Don't do this when like you're
Can't
really
do this.
tired or something. Like
Yeah.
it can be challenging at times, but for the most part you can like move one and then move the other. It's just going to take you longer. But you're adventuring around, solving some puzzles, and going to find the thing that you need to help your dad. Go ahead.
How did you do, like, did you end up playing this game just like dry-eyed, or did you tear up at any point?
There's a point that's not so great, bit of an emotional one, but overall, pretty good game.
Have you
I
played it,
recommend.
Fee? Do you know that?
I ugly cried playing this game. That's
Oh,
why
yes.
I wanted
There
to
it
know.
is. I'm like-
I wanted to. I
It's full on sadness.
it was one of those situations where I had to like sit and like think about it. Like I had to think about the like what was going on, everything that like the story got up to that point, and I just uncontrollably ugly cried. I don't know, maybe it was just like an emotional time for me, but either way it was overwhelming, and I think it was really, really well done. And yes, I also agree that it is mind-breaking playing with like the two sticks and trying to like control the brothers, because then you're like, why, as they fall off the side and you're just freaking out at them. Definitely not their fault. It's definitely our fault, but either way,
Why would it be? Well, for me, it was like if I got the right brother on the left side, like the right stick brother was on
yeah.
the left side, then I was broken. If I kept
Yeah.
them
You're
on
just
their
like,
appropriate sides, I was good, right? It's when they got crossed over, and then don't cross the streams, folks. We've known this for a long time. You can't do it.
Very long time.
I did use a very non-spoilery guide to get all of the achievements. So it would just say, okay, in this chapter, when you get to this area, stop
yeah.
and do this thing. Because the
Gotcha.
achievements aren't really like story related. They're
Oh, really?
just extra things. So it was nice to have that little guide, but without spoiling any puzzles or any story beats. It was pretty good. So I did get
Nice.
the full 1,000 gamer score, like
Nice.
pro.
Do you feel better? It was taunting you before. Do you feel better now that it's done?
I do. I was able to
good.
delete the game,
Oh,
Uninstall it.
nice, nice.
Clear up them space. Got to get a
Yeah.
couple megabytes back at least.
Oh, needed.
Yeah,
for sure.
that's megabytes
Very-
exactly.
That's so funny. We got a great question on the Nintendo Drive last night, kind of about that. Like, there's a game you've been looking forward to. You beat it. What do you do next? Like, do you like take it out and yeet the cartridge or
Oh,
disc
I
or
yeeted
delete the
it.
thing?
Oh,
yeah, you
yeah.
got rid of that sucker. Oh, dang.
If I beat a game, like,
But like
gotta
you don't
keep-
go back for like new game plus. You don't like clean up trophies or anything. Like
Very
you roll
rarely.
credits. Okay.
like the game at the end of the game, I have to feel like I don't want to stop. I just got to keep going. Like that, it has to be. Certain games will end, and I'm just like, cool. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good with what just happened. But like that's how I felt with Horizon Forbidden West. I beat it, and I was like, cool. And I just stopped.
Well,
and
that's
then
'cause
Ghost of
that game-
Tsushima, I beat it, and I was
don't
like,
you-
please
don't
don't
even.
stop. I just want to keep playing. So that's it depends on the game.
Depends on the game.
I will say what I do is if I'm really into a game and I want to do all the stuff, I do it before I finish it.
Yeah. Because once
Like,
you're
I'll
done, you're
go
like,
side
do I need to be
questing.
doing this?
Before I, you can usually tell in a story-based game when the end is near. So
Well, some games
I'll go
actually
side
tell
questing.
you.
Yeah, some
Some
say
games
this is
literally
the
tell
point
you
of no
like, yo,
return.
this is exactly.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah.
final mission. You sure you want to go? So I appreciate that. But also some of the stuff, like depending on what it is in the game, you have to do New Game Plus. Like there's no option for achievements and stuff like that. Like you have to do that. So yeah, like I said, just really depends on the game. Certain games I definitely though, I'll beat it and I'll be like, I'm absolutely good with this. And that thing is gone immediately. AKA Jedi Survivor. It's immediately what I did. I beat the
Or
game and I was
Apex.
like, nope. That's
One
it on my
day you'll
Xbox.
beat it. You haven't beaten it yet. That's the
That's
problem.
true. That's true.
that's
One
it.
day I will beat
You
it.
just gotta keep playing it until you finally beat it.
I got 3,000 hours in it now. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll
it's
keep going.
Getting close.
It's a really long game.
Yep. Good for you. Nice.
Well, I had to get all those things out of the way because there was another charming little game that released this week, and that is the Plucky Squire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seth played this on stream.
Yes, he did. This is like you're playing in a storybook, 2D puzzle solving, little bit of combat, smack some enemies with a sword, that kind of
Smack,
stuff.
smack.
But then, every once in a while, you get to jump out of the book and smack some enemies in 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's been a lot of like mixed opinions about this game on the internet this week. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I wonder if people got their expectations set way too high because they had too long to think about it. Because wasn't this game supposed to come out last year? And
Yeah, it's been a
part
while.
Of, like the big devolver, we're delaying everything that happened
Right.
towards the end of last year. So maybe it just had too long of a lead time, and people decided in their own minds what it should be versus what it was actually going to be.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. So I rolled credits, had a really good time with it. It's a storybook game, right? So it's not going to be an Elden Ring, right? It's going to be simpler than that. So, and it's an indie team, so it's also not going to be, I don't know, Tears of the Kingdom. Like,
Right. Like
it
you're
can
not,
just
it's
be
not
what
deep.
it is.
Yeah, like the gameplay, I don't know if it ever really looked deep, but like to me, the appeal was always in its art style and the sort of like creativity that comes along with it being 2D to 3D. Like, did you
Yeah.
find yourself kind of like actively appreciating that as you played it? It feels like that's what you sign up for when you get a game
Yeah.
like this.
I enjoyed it. There could have been a little bit more of the 3D stuff,
Okay.
but I don't know. I had a great time.
This trailer you picked for us to watch is an interesting one. This is more gameplay, I think, that I've seen. I've mostly seen like very short clips, but there's quite a bit more like playing with the 2D on a 3D surface.
Yeah,
that's
even when
happening.
you're
I
in
wasn't
the
expecting
3D, you are still doing 2D segments,
Right.
like to get up a wall or something. So
Yeah, that's
there is a
cool.
lot of that.
Okay, that's cool. The Magic
Yeah,
of the
the
Gathering,
magic.
jumping into it, and then it turns into Pokemon.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yep.
That's cool.
So you gather up a couple companions, and you and your companions each take turns kind of fighting bosses, and you have a different, I guess, mini game for the boss fights. So your normal combat is just swinging your sword around, whatever. But the boss fights are completely different. Like the Plucky Squire, it's like Mike Tyson Punch Out, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So the Thrash, his mini game is like a rhythm game.
Yeah.
So, I found that like things were changing up enough. You had those boss fights interspersed throughout the game. I don't know. It didn't end when I thought it was going to end, so that's always fun
In a good or bad way.
in a good way. I liked it. Likely
Nice.
that happened. So I'm pretty happy with it. Now, I did play it as part of my PlayStation Plus Extra subscription.
Yeah, nice.
So
Oh, it's
I don't
on
know,
that.
Maybe people are mad that it's a $30 game, but I think it's pretty well done. I had like one weird bug where
People want stuff to be free,
Oh, I
dude.
know.
I
What
know,
the
it's just so
heck?
annoying. Like,
Oh my gosh.
did they say it was $80 or $100? They said 30. Relax, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jesus.
That's
they
a bummer.
there was one area, it was a 2D area, and every once in a while there'll be like a little signpost that would give you a hint as to what you're to do. I walk up to the signpost and it was blank. Thought, oh, maybe I have to do something to have it show up. No, it was just a bug. There were actually 2 signposts in that section of the book that were completely blank, and they were teaching me a new mechanic.
Oh, that's rad.
Oh,
Yeah, I kind of got
Some
stuck
key
there.
piece of information. Yeah.
Fortunately, the internet is the internet, and someone already had a video showing like the whole game walkthrough. I was able to find that section. They looked at the signpost, and it actually showed them something. So I immediately stopped the video.
You're like, hey,
Take
wait
that
a
knowledge.
minute.
I was like, oh, I bet I can figure this out now.
Right.
that always blows me away. There are so many people playing games, so many people hitting the same bugs that just the numbers work out. Statistically, it works out that someone's going to record it, make a video, have it figured out for other people to watch. Like that whole thing just kind of blows me away. Because individually, like for me, I wouldn't be able to figure it out. I definitely wouldn't feel obliged or compelled to record it and post the internet that like maybe somebody else will like get some help from it. But that whole like, thank goodness. There's like people have no idea what it means when tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people play. Like this is what happens. I just love that about the internet, man.
Yeah.
Thank
And
goodness.
There were other people in the comments saying, thank you, my signs were blank.
Totally.
I would have never figured it
Nice.
out. I'm like, yep, that's
Yeah.
me. So I'm glad
That's
there
awesome.
are people that do that, you know?
Yep. God bless them.
But yeah, I love the game. Just manage your expectations. It's not going to be some huge AAA thing. It's not overly complex. It is just a charming, fun time.
Yep.
But it's so expensive and overpriced at $30.
$30.
That's the problem.
How dare you?
How dare
I went
the
to the
internet for
movies the
complaining
other
about that.
night. A couple weeks ago, my wife and I went to Deadpool and Wolverine. I think we
Now?
spent 700. No, it was like a couple weeks ago. It was like two,
Oh, okay.
two weeks
Couple
ago.
weeks. Okay.
I don't know. It was the day we found out that like that we had the ultrasound and there's a little baby growing in it, and that's kind of fun. So we went out to celebrate, and I think we spent $720 at the movies that night.
Yeah.
We got like a bag of popcorn and a pop. And the lady was like, that'll be $1,000. You can attach that to your mortgage if you like.
It's true.
And I'm like, gladly. I love going to the movies. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Do that with a family of 5, Sean.
I'm telling it's not going to happen.
It's awful.
We'll sneak
It's
in.
awful.
No, we're going to sneak in.
We'll sneak in.
Little criminals. Yeah.
There we go.
Do you guys have the assigned seats though, to where you can't do that?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the
yeah.
Oh man, that's my favorite. Ever since the assigned seats show up, somebody's like, you gotta love that awkward conversation when you're sitting there, and then somebody comes up and goes, "Yeah, you're in my seat." They're like,
And then
"Oh,
you hold
this
up a
wasn't my seat," and then
yeah,
they
then
just
you
leave.
hold up a fake ticket, and you're like, oh, I'm on J.
Yeah, and then they get up and they leave because they weren't supposed to be there to begin with. They were sneaking in the
Exactly.
theater.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you guys are scumbags. All right.
Yep.
That'll be Sean soon. Sneaking into theaters. You heard it here first.
Wow.
Yep. Bunch of criminals.
Crime.
Criminals, I say.
Yep. Do crimes.
Crime.
Don't do crimes.
safe.
We just said be safe.
Don't be safe. Be safe.
Break into a movie theater and watch a movie in your carpool extra life shirt. Do that.
Yeah.
Please don't.
The Xbox Drive does not support or endorse you committing crimes in an extra life 2024 shirt.
Gracious.
Yeah, it's fine. Good lord.
Wow.
Yep.
Everything's fine.
The stress. The
Oh, man.
stress. Also, Yarden
Also.
says, wait, what? Congrats, Sean and Chelsea.
Yeah. We're having a third baby. What the heck? What am I
Kiddo.
thinking? Just start
I don't
over,
know,
Mitch.
man.
Actually, funny story. I don't know if because Mitch, this happened a lot. This happened over 7.5 years ago when my son Lincoln was born. Brand new dad. I'm there.
I'm so
and,
sorry.
Mitch, man, most memorable messages, DMs I think I've ever got. Lincoln was born. It was a long day. Of course, was exhausted. Me personally. Yes. Chelsea was a rock star, of course. And I'm sitting there. It's the middle of the night. We were not sleeping at all. Lincoln's being taken care of and stuff. And I'm just like, what is happening? I'm struggling with the first few hours of being a dad. And I say this to Mitch, I'm like, man, I don't even know what end is up right now. And he doesn't skip a beat. He messages me and goes, it doesn't get any better, or it gets worse, or something like that. I'm like, dude, I can't. Like, I'm
It was just
delirious
the worst
right
timing
now.
in the world. I'm sorry. It was a joke. It's like, it only gets worse from here. But apparently Sean's mental was not in a joking mood. He
Yeah,
just
it was not
like,
good. I'm
oh
like,
God,
how?
it gets
This is-
worse.
Oh my God, I was so
Oh
tired.
my
Yeah,
God.
there was
Yeah.
a moment when they do like these tests, like there's like nurses like around the clock, kind of coming and
Sure.
doing all this stuff, which I didn't know. I was not prepared for this.
He walks in, who's holding my baby?
Pretty much. Well, so they come in. It's like 4 a.m. or something like that, and Chelsea's aware. Like, I don't know how she was doing this. She was pushing forever in labor and surgery and all this other stuff, and she's yelling at me from the other side of the room. She's like, "Go help the nurse. Like, go pick up the baby." And I could hear the words that she was telling me, and I could actually, like, as if they were tangible objects, rattling around in my empty skull, and then exiting out the other ear. I'm like, I know she just said something to me. I know I'm supposed to do something. And I just stared at her with my dead, stupid eyes going like, what? And she's just losing her mind. I'm like, I know if I say what, I'm a dead man. So yeah, that's me. My first night as being a dad, man. That was woo.
Sean did that Homer Simpson monologue when it zooms in on his head and goes, okay, now I heard she said something. What exactly? That's exactly what it was.
that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
That's the mental capacity I had at the moment. So yeah, we're doing
And then
it
I
again.
reassured Sean that it doesn't get any better. It only gets worse. I'm a terrible person.
That
It's
was
okay.
funny. Anyway,
It was good stuff, though.
more
So,
birthing
I mean-
stories on the Xbox
Birthday
Drive.
stories.
Oh,
Sean, what have you been playing?
I beat Space Marine 2, you guys. I rolled credits on that game. Bowsah and I played a bunch of co-op last week, which was very fun. We did it at Twitch, and that was nice. And then I couldn't stop playing it. This is a Sean game, Sean game. It was very nice. I need to go back, though, because I knew that there was these other modes that they had, like the operations and stuff. I thought it was just like co-op and then PvP stuff. I didn't realize how much like leveling up the different classes there was to this. Like, I just thought it was like more of the same. It seems very different, actually, Bowsah. Have you played any of that? I didn't think you had it in your update here. None of that yet?
No, I didn't play any of it. Like, I went to the place where you change the mode, and I saw it was like, pick a class, and I was like, what?
Right.
I picked the class with the chain blade and the big guns. That's the class I pick, which
Yeah.
is that one.
I think, well,
should
and
be
good
all
thing
of
we didn't delete it. We roll credits. You can't delete it. You're not done yet. You're just getting started.
Because I knew it had a PvE component. So
Yep.
I was hoping we would get into it. I know there's some other people in the community that picked it up. So
Yep.
let them get through the story and let's do some operations.
Oh God, that game it's special. I'm so glad it exists. It seems like a lot of people are enjoying it. I think I heard somewhere that it was the biggest Warhammer game on Xbox like ever, biggest
Nice.
launch. So maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. Who knows?
I wouldn't be
Feels
surprised
like
with
an
how.
Xbox game.
I was gonna say, like, it's Gears of War without cover. Like it
Without cover, exactly.
Very much is Gears of War without cover.
Yep.
Which, by the way, that is not a slam on the game whatsoever because Gears of War is awesome. So
course.
yeah, like not at all. Not that I'm wearing a Gears shirt or anything. But no, like
smooth.
that. Yeah, smooth transition. No, it's cool that obviously if a game like that you beat the game afterwards and then you have more modes to play, and that's the thing though. If a game has a campaign then multiplayer, you don't get rid of it.
Yeah.
Well, depending on the game, but I mean, especially that game too, where campaigns 10 hours roughly, something like that, and then there's all these other modes that you can just have infinite fun with. So
Yeah.
Well,
Well, in a way, because I really appreciate what this game is. Very straightforward, like linear action game. You have so much, only a little bit of choice in terms of like what weapons you're going to use to, wreak carnage on the enemies. And the ending of this game is very cool, just completely epic. And I want more games like this. I want it to be okay for us to get these style of games, and it looks incredible. It's one of the better looking, if not one of the best looking games released in this console generation, or if I guess that means ever. Really, really good looking game. And we used to get these kind of games too, where you had these really good multiplayer suites attached to them. Very similar to what Call of Duty used to be before Warzone. You have campaign and then a suite of multiplayer stuff. And it's very similar to Gears of War, actually. And Gears of War multiplayer is awesome. Unless
really
you
is.
meet up with a bunch of pros with some shotguns, then it's not so fun. But otherwise,
Very true.
you know, like Horde mode is excellent. A lot of Gears of War
So
stuff
fun.
is really, really good. So I feel like I owe the support, you know, even after buying the game. And God forbid somebody find out that like 1 million people played in the first week and then 72 people played in the second week, and we start talking about player counts and games media again. But I want to keep playing that. So on deck,
do it.
as I shift into my favorite section of the podcast, going from what we have been playing into what we will be playing, that's my favorite. I'll be probably jumping back into some of that multiplayer on Space Marine 2. And I got to wrap this Star Wars Outlaws game, guys. It's really good. And I'm listening to podcasts and people are like, hey, if I play this whole game, it's very fun. And I like it a lot. And my goodness gracious, if I've got a podcast, if I run a podcast talking to you guys right now, I would want the listeners to know that if you just play Star Wars Outlaws, turns out it's a really fun game. And I think that's important for people to know.
You don't say.
But we're just chatting here, just, you know.
Yeah.
No one's
hanging
listening.
out.
Podcast.
Not live at all. Not talking. People aren't listening to this in their cars or making coffee, getting ready for their day. They're
Skateboarding,
who knows?
doing push-ups.
Maybe they're knitting.
Yep. Maybe going to the
Doing some
bathroom.
chores.
I don't
clean
want
house.
to know that.
Maybe they're in the shower, brushing their teeth.
By all means.
Maybe they
Brushing
just had a
their teeth in the
baby.
shower?
Self-care is important, guys.
Was
Mitch,
Chelsea
are you
listening
impressed
to
with
our
how many
carpool
activities
gaming?
I've come up with
Yeah,
here?
yeah,
Those are all
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of separate, too.
That's crazy. Just a gamut of so many options.
Maybe they're buying a lottery ticket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going to
Maybe
a
you're at the
corner
casino
store.
winning jackpots.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe they're Phil Spencer. Hey,
Maybe
Phil.
they're Peter Moore, who will definitely be here on episode
Definitely,
360.
he's coming. Definitely.
For sure.
100%.
Oh, man.
God.
I think that's it for me. That's enough.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Hey, Fee,
about
what'd
you,
you play?
Fee?
I played. Okay, so I played a few things this week, but you're also going to be like, Fee, you need to stop doing this. And I'm going to start off with the game that I said I was going to sit down and play last weekend. Was Rika. Now, here's the dealio, guys. I made it about as far as I did in the demo. Now, you might be wondering to yourselves, what happened? What did you do? Fun fact, it took me about 40 minutes to get through a very, very simple character creator.
Yeah.
Because why would it not? And I also, this isn't even the stream version. I was just like, you know what? It was after the podcast last week. I was talking to some friends and I'm like, hey guys, I'm going to show you what this looks like. And so I proceeded to take 40 minutes, which is a shock to nobody. And then I ran around for a bit and I talked to everyone in the town. There's a lot of people you can talk to and a lot of different side things you can do in that game without even getting to the point where you get to create the chicken house, which I discussed last week. So I'm very excited to actually sit down this weekend, and I will be playing this extensively because boy howdy did I want to play it last weekend. But then I ended up playing some other stuff. But it's fine because you know what? We're still
If you say so.
so it's fine. Yeah,
It's fine.
That's what I said. It's fine. Everything's fine, guys. Everything is
Okay.
a-okay. But the music in this game, guys, just go and listen to the music. If you need something very chill and relaxing to play in the background, the soundtrack for this game is so whimsical. It is so
Nice.
It's so fantastic. And quite honestly, like when it comes to purchasing a game on Steam, I'm usually not the person to buy an album. And I apologize because a lot of the time it's available on Spotify, which is my listening player of choice. And honestly, I'm kind of debating actually buying the album. Like it's really, really well done. 10 out, like congratulations whoever made the album. And I apologize. Maybe I should have looked that up before I talked about this because that would have been really great to sound more knowledgeable than I am. But no, honestly, quite like I'm fully transparent
appreciate
with you
the
guys
honesty.
at this point. Yeah. I like to be honest with everyone here in the community. And so I'm really in awe of the game. So I'm really excited to continue because of course we've seen other fairy tale retellings, but this it just seems like kind of like going into a storybook, and that's the vibe that I really want to get into, mostly because I've been reading a lot recently, which we're not going to be talking about because we're not talking about what Fiona has been reading recently. Books. I bought a Kindle.
Did you really?
I sure did. So I now own a Kindle, which is fantastic. Guys, I did not realize how much I was going to love it until I started using it, and holy moly. Also found out that it's now out of stock everywhere. Like it's like legitimately, if you go online, you can't buy a Kindle right now. So I'm lucky, I guess.
Yep.
Woo!
Sucks to be you.
Sucks to be y'all,
Unless
guys.
you're Fiona.
Exactly. I have a really cool Gustarian sticker on my Kindle, which is great. I actually don't have it. I have it in between my clear case and it's him with a dagger because it's Gustarian, which is a whole meme. But yeah, I'm very excited to continue on with that game. Guys, you guys are going to be proud of me. I played one game of Dead by Daylight. Now you might be wondering to yourself, why only one game? I got so mad at the randoms that I played with. I'm refusing to play until I play with people I know. Holy
Tonight.
bleep. By all means, let's do it tonight. Let's do it after this podcast.
That's a good idea.
I was so mad. I go in as Claudette. For context, Claudette has only one of the only healing abilities in this game, and then everyone just kept running around like they were chickens with their heads cut off. Ironic, because we just talked about a game that has a chicken house.
House chicken,
so
yeah.
Man,
we're on the house, like we're in the theme of chickens. And
I got chickens in my backyard. They got
People
two of
are
them, Kit Kat and Rolo. That's the truth. It sounds like I'm messing with you guys. I got 2 chickens, real life chickens. They lay eggs every day.
I appreciate the name. I appreciate the names.
I love
good
this.
names.
Kit
I
Kat and
love
Rolo.
this.
I like that.
They got their own TikTok.
Now I'm looking it up. Go on.
I need this TikTok. But I was so mad. I was just like, this is on par with my first and only experience with Rainbow Six when I played online. It was just people being incredibly toxic, and I've played Dead by Daylight with randoms before, and it wasn't to the extent that I had played that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to play with friends. Maybe this is the time where I just give up on randoms. I will probably try to play it again with some randoms, but boy howdy was I just not in the mood to deal with people who were like that. Oh, Adventures of Rolo and Kit Kat. Oh my goodness, guys,
There's
go
their
follow
TikTok.
them.
Yep.
Go follow.
Yep. My daughter puts a chicken on her head and dances around a little bit, and that thing should have 6 million views on it.
That is phenomenal.
About to
That
have
is
a few more. I don't know.
There you go. But yeah, that is my very short but sweet story. Well, I'm going to be talking about Dead by Daylight over the next few weeks because we are getting into the cooler season, and that's usually when I like to play Dead by Daylight. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but guys, this coming week, Palia is going to have a new update, and boy howdy, I was almost closing the door on Palia. I'm just like, you know what? I've just been farming. I've just been doing a bunch of stuff that way, but they're doing an Autumn Awakening update, which is really cute. So all the trees are going to turn autumn colors, which is really pretty, which is, we love when a game does updates. And there's going to be like different events and also different mechanics and now a marketplace. So I'm pretty excited about it. I know it might not be excited for all of you, but boy howdy am I excited about it. Oh my goodness. I just read what Sean said in the chat. He says, be right back, y'all. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Guys, Sean's gone. What can we do?
What can we do?
Let's do something.
Boom.
When he
What are
comes
we gonna
back,
do?
we should just be like, and that's, no, never mind. I was going to say something terrible, but we're
as a
all
si-
alive on this show.
I was in the office this week and we talk about security in the workplace. And so I proceeded to go over to one of my coworkers because he left his computer unlocked.
You're
And I
that
didn't mess around with
person?
his computer, but boy howdy, did I end up flipping a bunch of stuff on his desk upside down. His mouse, upside down. His keyboard, upside down. A glass, upside down. Did not have liquid in it. Other things on his desk, upside down. And so I just proceeded to do that. And I'm like, it's a fine. He's not at his desk. It'll be fine. And
It's
then
a
proceeds
fine?
to...
Did
And
you
then
turn to Mario?
it's fine.
fine.
It's fine. But then I was walking down towards my desk and I'm like, I'm going to get away with this. He's not going to know. I proceed to almost sit down, and then he comes out of nowhere and he's just like, how's it going? And I'm like, oh, I've been caught. And he's just like, what's going on? And then he goes over to his desk and then proceeds to like give me a look and I'm just like, this was it. I couldn't stop laughing. And I'm guys, Mitch and Bowsah can attest, I'm very good at Among Us. I am very good at lying. Boy, howdy could I not lie in that situation.
When someone's in your face line, look at you right in the eyes. Yeah.
It's easy to lie on the internet.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
howdy.
real easy to lie on the internet. Yeah.
I just couldn't
People
do
do
it.
it all the time.
Not us.
Wait, did this turn into a political show yet?
I
it didn't? Okay,
I
just making sure.
legitimately just told everyone I wish I sounded smarter by looking up information. I think I'm pretty transparent on this podcast. But I'm very excited for Peje. I'm excited for those updates. And I know last night on the Nintendo Drive, they talked about the 6-1 Indie Showcase that was on Wednesday. So I'm not going to spend too much time on that, but shout out to everyone over at 6-1 Indie. You guys did a phenomenal job. If you haven't done already, go watch it. They did such a great time. And and also guys, if you go to Steam right now and you look up specific games that were on that showcase, they have the banner. And I'm like,
cool.
oh my God, I almost teared up. I was just like, I'm so excited for them. This is so great. And I noticed this when I decided to hop into a demo that I've already played because I was so obsessed with it when I played it. And I found out that they announced the release date of Cabernet. Guys, this game is going to be like probably one of my top games of the year. I'm so excited for this game. It is intrigue. It is like you have to figure morally gray character. Are you going to be a good character or a bad character? There's an entire like special stat system where you're essentially at your own funeral and they talk about how you were in life and that's how they figure out your stats. So if you were a doctor, you're good at like medical thing, like specifically like either like some medical history, or maybe you were good with music, or maybe you were good, or you wanted to be a politician, so your charisma goes up. And it's so well done in the storytelling and the conversations that you have with the characters. I'm not going to spoil anything, but Cabernet is a actual code word for something. Shocker. If you've seen the trailer, this would have been the time where Sean would actually be playing the trailer.
Of it, yeah.
But you know what? I can do that myself. Wait a second, guys. Who needs Sean here when I can do it myself?
Nice.
So I'm gonna just show this because why not?
I can't do those things.
Not. They don't trust us with that kind of power, Mitch.
Yeah, probably not.
They know better.
Yeah, I don't.
That's a good idea. Sean would say something.
Like,
I would
remember
play
the one
something.
time that Bowsah and Mitch did the show and it went completely wrong? Yeah, we can't be doing that.
What
Man,
the hell was that
Sean,
smile, Sean?
I'm talking about a game I'm super excited about.
I love it.
Cabernet.
Cabernet!
Cabernet.
That's probably offensive. I should have stayed away. Oh man, that show is way better without me. I guarantee the last however many minutes were better without me.
But good golly gosh. No, I'm just very excited. The voice acting in this is impeccable. They have some actually like really well-known voice actors at this point. They have the voice actress who played Karlach in Baldur's Gate 3 as one of the characters.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's so, oh my gosh. The morality system in this game and like the choices that you can make. Oh my gosh. October 24th cannot come fast enough, guys. I want this game. I've already played the demo. I started replaying the demo because I'm like, I can't wait for this game to come out. Should I have played other games? Maybe.
Why?
Why not? I was playing things that made me happy, and this game makes me happy.
You should.
And so
This is what you should be playing.
Exactly. And for that reason, I'm like just flabbergasted. Like I don't need a AAA game, guys. I don't need all the bells and whistles of like a 4K game. I want good freaking storytelling, and this is what I want. I'm sorry, Bowsah, I should have warned you. There's a bunny death, and I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
But
We haven't seen a bunny death this devastating since The Last of Us.
That one's good.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yep.
yeah. But yeah, I would highly recommend it if you like a story-driven games.
Bowsah's distraught. She's just like, let's end the show. I have a headache
Let's
already.
name 5 more games where bunnies die in it for Bowsah.
Yeah, top 10
Bunny
games where
deaths.
bunnies die. Go.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
No.
Anytime
Oh,
a rabbit
yeah.
runs in the middle of the road when you're in a cart, that is a decimated. Like, that is so sad, especially since you can see that they're like,
Now let's
you killed
describe it in
something.
graphic detail. I'm sure that'll make me feel better.
Yeah.
That always makes
Good
me
Lord.
sad. But yeah, those are the games that I played this week because, like I said, I've been reading a lot, and so I've been balancing reading and playing games, and played games that I really enjoyed. So I'm excited to play Dead by Daylight with you guys because that's going to go over so well. And I'm
As
not
long as
saying
you're not
that
the killer, we're
sarcastically.
good.
I'm not going to play as the killer. I will heal. I will play Claudette.
I don't know what that means.
I don't
She
either.
has a
We'll
healing
figure that out.
ability where I can go around and heal people.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's what you say.
She'll watch us die. Watch the life leave our eyes. I can't wait.
Okay.
bunny.
Well,
Died
speaking
like a
of
bunny.
speaking of the life leaving someone else's eyes, Mitch, what have you been playing and how's Elden Ring
My
going?
God.
Jesus.
Have you killed any bunnies
Christ.
lately?
No, I don't kill bunnies in Elden
Wow.
Ring.
International murder live on the internet.
Yeah.
Holy
Let's
crap.
see. Okay, no. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's cool. What have I been playing? Let's see.
We haven't done
Apex.
Mitch yet? Jesus.
No, we haven't. That's the craziest thing in the world. Mine's real quick, though. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I played Apex. They did a mid-season refresh.
cool.
Valk is really good again. She doesn't suck. Yeah, and then they did a patch that broke PlayStation for a week, so PlayStation was crashing games left and right. Sorry, PlayStation people. Xbox didn't have those things. Get wrecked. Number 2, I was playing Elden Ring. Elden Ring is great. Guess what's going on in the story? I still have no idea. I don't care. I'm having still a lot of fun with it. Finding new spots. I definitely went back to one of the bosses that hit me one shot and killed me. Walked up and I beat him first try. And let me rephrase that. Not first try, right? Because I
second
walked up
try.
to him and he smacks me and I was just like, nah, I can't do this yet. So I left.
Nah,
But then I came back and I literally came back and I was like, let's see what happens. And I hit him and I'm like, oh, hey, that did a lot. That did some decent damage. So I just kept going and I beat him. And I was like, all right, then. So I'm getting to that point where I'm feeling good. Apparently I'm already at the level where I technically could beat the game. According to
Okay.
Buzz, he said I could go beat the game if I want to.
Wow.
Honestly, I don't want to. I don't think I'm still there. I still want to go level up and there's still so much of the map I haven't seen, so many things. So I'm just going to do that. But I've gotten to the point now where every time I play it, at least either one major boss or 2 or 3 like kind of mini bosses, if you want to call them that. I don't know what they're called, whatever. Pretty much
boss
getting
is a
through
good one.
those play time I play like a 2 or 3 hour chunk. So it's actually, feeling good about that.
I like it.
And then the other game that I played that Fee didn't is
Oh.
Among Us. It was real fun, wasn't it?
Was Fiona supposed to play?
Yeah.
Do better because Fee wasn't there to lie to you?
You know what? Probably. It's crazy. She just lied to me in real life. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Cool. It just broke my heart. Because, I was scared to death originally. I was like, hey, I don't know if I'm going to have enough people to play Among Us. Hopefully my friends show up. And then I messaged Fee and I got nothing. And then I actually was, it was cool though. There was another person, Morticia, who I follow, and she actually was doing community Among Us as well. So we just kind of combined our games and we had fun. Definitely had fun. Definitely didn't feel ghosted until 9 o'clock at night, roughly 14 hours later, when somebody got a hold of me and was like, yeah, I didn't play. And I'm like, yeah, I'm aware. And it's okay though. Don't worry about it. I'm playing Lockdown Protocol tomorrow. Maybe somebody will show up. Maybe they won't. It's okay. No, I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Be. Okay, for context, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm saying in the most Canadian way possible. I'm
Super
so sorry.
Canadian.
So sorry. So sorry. Yes. Was I maybe watching the newest season of Criminal Minds with a friend?
Holy crap. I got ghosted for Criminal Minds on demand. Not even like a concert. That's like a once in a lifetime thing. It's literally on demand. And I got ghosted for that. All right.
Okay, for context,
Wow.
the friend who I was watching it with is a teacher who's very, very busy. And so this was like one of her only free days. And so we finally, after months, we were able to do it. And did I maybe not notice my notifications go off? Because when we finished and I saw your notification, I felt so horrible that I messaged you and I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry. That once again, sorry. The sorry counter is going up. So, yes. I bought this game. I want to say, I literally bought this game so I could play with you. So,
Yeah, you know what I did? You know what I did just to make her feel bad too? She said, this is verbatim. I said, we're on Among Us. And I didn't hear anything for like a half hour. So I caps locked hello. I'm like, hello? Nothing. 7 hours later, Mitch, I'm sorry. I ended up having a girls' day with some friends. I will definitely be there next community stream. Please play Among Us or that other game. And I responded with this.
Thumbs up.
And that's it. I didn't respond any other way. No, it's fine. I totally get it. It's fine.
it's okay.
Again, we already know how you feel about me. Two people you love
true.
and me. I get it. I should have just thought about that and been like, oh yeah, that's right. But no, we actually had a lot of fun though. It was quite fun.
What drama?
Lots of funny
doing,
moments
Sean?
that I have to clip. So yeah, it's good stuff.
Then they say I go off the rails. You know
You
what's
know what?
happening between
That's
you two?
her fault. If she
Do
was
you need
just there,
counseling or
we
something,
wouldn't have had to. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
What? Okay, I'm
Feud.
sorry.
Live on the air.
I'm just kidding. I swear to God, I'm just kidding around. It's fine. Totally. Everybody.
Is
I
it?
don't have a problem. It is. It
Boom
is.
roasted.
It is. 100%.
Got her.
Guess what? New
Bowsah.
games coming on Game Pass.
Woo.
Hey.
Everybody get excited, unless you play on console, because you only get one. What are they doing over at Xbox?
What are
They
they
forget
doing?
that they
They're waiting
sell
for Tokyo
Xboxes?
Game Show. They're waiting for
What?
Tokyo Game Show. Something's happening next week.
That better, because this is kind of disappointing. Like, both of these PC games seem like they should be pretty good, but we knew ahead of time they were PC games, right?
Yep.
I'm
Right.
just disappointed that they didn't toss something extra in for console players.
Yep.
Wargroove is just not my jam, so
And probably best played on PC.
okay, 3 PC games and nothing.
No,
for
it's
me.
fine on
Right.
console. I'm just kidding. It's fine on console.
It might actually be good, like on your phone on cloud.
Yeah. Yeah. Wargroove
It has-
Wargroove to I almost said Wargrove. Wargroove is a really cool, almost Fire Emblem-esque turn-based strategy game. And one of the best features about it, in the multiplayer, it has like an asynchronous multiplayer mode where it's like you just take your turn when you can. And then it kind of sends a notification to the other player. So you don't have to like align your schedule. So it'd actually be perfect for Mitch and Fiona to play together. Because, you know, Fiona could have her girls' night and watch TV shows for 12 hours straight. Mitch can take
By
his turn when
episode
he's
500,
ready.
they might have finished a game.
Yeah, that's
I'll take my turn
perfect.
next Saturday.
Yeah, you guys should
all
play
good.
Wargroove too. You solve all your friendship issues that you aired out tonight.
100%.
Yeah, do that.
Good Lord.
Oh,
I like
man,
this new
I'm so
style
good at
though.
Podcasting.
I like this. The way it looks with
Yeah.
the showing the things below it. I do like that. It tells you what version
So
of
I do
Game Pass you have to
that
have.
queued up as well, a comparison of what it is
Ooh.
now and what it used to be.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. So,
Wait, what are we looking
Because-
at? What's happening?
so the bottom is the last announcement for Game Pass games.
Okay.
And see above it, it just says, what platforms it's available on.
Yeah.
Now the top one has to tell you which levels of Game Pass it's available on,
Ugh.
because games aren't available on day one on like half the levels now.
Yep.
So they had to change their imagery to address it.
Okay, now I realize what you're telling me. I hate being confused because it's like, it cannot be this complicated. Okay, can you go back to the last image here? And people, please, I'm sorry, audio listeners, I'll do my
It's
best.
really
to
not
try
that
to-
hard, Sean. Calm down.
No, but what I'm seeing is underneath each of the games, it says ultimate piece, or is it ultimate comma?
Ultimate comma PC.
Okay,
Yeah.
Comma
okay.
PC.
Got it. okay.
Ultimate PC.
So those are the Game
I'm like,
Pass
what is that?
levels.
Another tier? Ultimate PC? No!
All
Please,
the information
God.
is here. The
Got
first
it.
line is what tier of Game Pass you get it on, and the second line is what platforms it's available on.
Okay, I guess that makes sense, but like, it doesn't have to be this hard. Oh my God.
Whereas
Okay.
previously, all it had was what platforms it on, because Game Pass gave you the games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they gotta do it. This one though is straight up just like PC. And man, you're right though. It looks like Ultimate PC. It's like you better have an Ultimate PC or Ultimate
You
PC
better.
subscription. You
Like
better.
there's not a good way. If there's not a good way to market it, it's not a good idea.
Yeah.
If you can't succinctly like put this out there, promote it, good God. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad we could break that down for everybody to understand this. Goodness
That's why I
gracious.
brought diagrams,
Yes.
comparisons.
It's
so you
always
could
sunny,
see.
like just
Yeah, right here you'll see.
oh, what a mess.
It's
I hate
fine.
it.
They had it. They had it.
They had it.
They
and gave
had
away.
it. Damn it. It's
By the
so
way,
frustrating. Like just go back. Oh my God.
Do you think
I wanna
we'll
go
actually
back.
get some Game Pass announcements though? Tokyo Game Show.
I think something big is going to happen at Tokyo Game Show. I think something cool could happen for sure. Yep. Maybe Final Fantasy related. Finally. We've been like predicting Final Fantasy. Somebody's excited at Mitch's house about Final Fantasy on Xbox. I think something could happen there. And maybe Game Pass. That would be great too. But for some people, there's a lot to be excited about. For people who like games like Wargroove, you're going to be excited about all three of these, actually. Aura and Frostpunk, you're like the Garrett Blands of the world, pumped about this. If you're a doctor, if you have a PhD and you like video games, you're just on cloud 9 right now.
I think of these three, maybe I would try Frostpunk.
Frostpunk is intense and very it's depressing, and it's kind of like the video game version of the board game Pandemic, if you've ever played that. Like Pandemic is working against you, man. Like that game is so hard to beat. And so is Frostpunk. Like you just can't
maybe
escape
not.
the cold. You gotta stay warm.
Maybe I'll go to Aura History Untold and just build a civilization instead.
Yeah, Frostpunk, I mean, I not to scare anybody away. It's one of those, if you appreciate complexity in like those 4X kind of games, like it's really, really good. But it's not Wargroove kind of level of accessibility in a turn base. So at least the first one wasn't. I only played the first one. So yeah.
Yep. That's
All
it
right.
for Game Pass games. That is
Well,
all.
better luck next time, Game Pass.
Yeah, they better give me something else better.
Give it a week.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
great.
That'd be really cool. I hope they do something. That'd be nice.
I hope they're not
Phil
just
did
counting
make a.
on Black Ops making me happy next month, because that's not enough for me.
It is for me.
I know. I'm glad for
This is
you.
for dude bro
But-
shooter here. Super happy about that.
All right, after that depressing news, how about we liven things up with a little bit of community questions?
I love it.
Hey,
Let's
We love it.
do it. Fulia jumped in the carpool. Says, do you think Xbox will be selling a pro version of the Series XS in the future, or do you believe they are moving towards a handheld device, or neither of them? I feel like Microsoft is taking a backseat snooze while Sony and Nintendo grow crazy about new hardware. Or maybe they're just waiting for the right moment, which probably won't be for at least another year. What do you think, Sean?
I think Sarah Bond told us earlier this year that they have hardware announcements coming this holiday season. And I think the Game Awards would be really cool to like kind of tease that, but no mid generation refresh. I think what's going on with the PS5 Pro and just that price, and the market's got to figure itself out. Everybody's got to kind of get settled in to that $699 USD price point and the capabilities of all that. And to be honest with you, this might be a fanboy kind of thing to say. I've always wanted Xbox and PlayStation to get out of each other's, like, get out of sync. They're like, I don't even want to say it. They've been hanging out at the office too long, Mitch. You know what I'm saying? They're just like totally in line with each other.
yeah.
And I don't want that anymore. I want them to be different. I want there to be differences between the two, because that's just what makes it interesting at a very simple level. It would at least make it interesting instead of like these two very similar boxes doing almost identical performances with games and all the rest. So Kind of wanted them to be different in terms of like, what did the last generation? They came out like within weeks of each other, if not
2
like
days.
days of each other. Yeah. And it was the same with Xbox One and PS4. So, and Nintendo kind of gets to live in that in-between space. So, and I'd like that, and maybe there's 3, maybe there's room for that. So that's on the console front. Give me a handheld, dude. Holy crap, that would be incredible. And the problem with that though is, and this is maybe a little inside baseball, I would love to know if there's something that would make this better. But the guy who is in charge of hardware, I'm pretty sure the guy who like designed the Surface and the Surface laptop, like I think he left like a year and a half ago. And if there was going to be somebody to kind of like continue that effort of just really well designed, just sleek, like premier feeling, luxury almost, feeling like hardware from Microsoft, it would have been that guy. I just don't know if they still have that anymore. Maybe there is in the gaming division, but I don't know, Bowsah.
I don't know. Maybe they don't need it. Like,
Maybe
the
they don't
hardware's
need it.
out there. What you need is a version of Windows that isn't annoying to navigate on a handheld gaming device.
Well, and I bring up the Surface intentionally for that very reason. Like, because of course there's laptops and PCs that use Windows all over the place, but then there's also the Microsoft version of that. And I wish I understood the economics of that better, as to like, why do they need the hardware, right? When they don't actually like create the components. It's not like it's not like Apple making their own devices. It's a little bit different because Apple only makes the platform and the software, like the OS for it. So it's it's quite a bit different. So I don't really understand why the Surface was necessary for Microsoft, but maybe it is. Maybe there's something else about it that I don't get. But I don't know, dude. Like, I don't think maybe is it too much of a stretch to say that it is important for there to be an Xbox branded mobile like kind of computer, like a handheld computer, just for the sake of branding and awareness. Not that you get something like a Steam Deck that you can also play Steam games and everything on. You get an Xbox device that you can also play Steam games on. Like, maybe that ordering kind of matters. I don't know, Fee. Does this make any sense? I'm just kind of riffing here.
No, I think it definitely makes a lot of sense. I feel like they need to stand out in some capacity, especially with what Fulia said, with the fact that we're seeing it like movement, we're seeing kind of innovation come, or like at least the future of what we're going to be seeing with Nintendo and with Sony. And I think Xbox, and it doesn't have to be at the same time, and I definitely agree with you, it doesn't have to be like the exact same day, it doesn't need to be within days of each other, but I think at least giving us an idea of what we're going to be seeing in the next few years from them is really important. Now, of course, they do kind of have a little bit more of a handling when it comes to like cloud gaming in comparison to the other two platforms, and I think that's a good opportunity to try to like put some focus on that. But I do know that whenever anyone puts any focus on cloud gaming, people mock it. So for that reason, I think having something in regards to tech would make sense. It of course doesn't have to be the exact same thing as a Steam Deck. Maybe it's like something that's maybe adjacent, or something that's kind of like almost like an extension of their consoles, whatever that situation might be. I think there's some really good opportunities there, but I think it's prime time for us over the next few months to see what we're going to be like looking at when it comes to, in comparison to hardware, when it comes to Xbox. So I'm excited. They do definitely have the upper hand when it comes to utilizing other platforms. Like, of course, there's a lot of televisions right now that instantly like come with like Xbox. You can just play, all you need to do is connect a controller. That's what my Samsung TV in my living room does. All I just need to do is be able to like go into the gaming section, and then I can play something off of Xbox. And I think maybe even going down that road might be a good idea, because they already have kind of like their hand in the pot, maybe just continuing into that journey. But I think it's definitely, there's a lot of opportunities. And I always think when it comes to something like this, it's the same way when it comes to like cell phone releases around this time, where we're seeing like Samsung announcing their new phone and then Google announcing their phone. Usually the last people who do announce is Apple. And they're usually the ones like, okay, we're seeing what everyone else is doing. And of course, they're not planning everything around that, because it takes months to get to that point. But I think it gives them an opportunity to think like, how did how did the gaming community react to these updates? Maybe there's something that they could do a little bit differently, and maybe we see it in a year. Like, it doesn't have to be tomorrow, it doesn't have to be next week, it could just be take your time. And I think that's kind of like a something that we've repetitively talked about on the show is taking their time rather than just like trying to push out the content as fast as possible. And I think it's the same thing when it comes to hardware. So I think there's definitely an opportunity for something like it, but I'm curious.
It's so funny you're saying that about the phones though. Like, I have this like twisted desire for them to have like a new model every year, and I don't know what it is about that. Like, what if they had like another, like, instead of these like mid-generation and they're kind of like these half steps, what if they had quarter steps every other year? You know, like, I don't know why I want that.
That's called a PC.
I mean, I guess so, right? Like, you
PC.
just have a new generation chip, CPU or GPU or whatever. Like, I don't know why. I feel like that just seems more in line with like what Microsoft or Xbox is doing anyway, just more gradual. Now, I was thinking about you, Fee, too. Like, you are a cloud gamer. You play a lot of games on cloud. Xbox One introduced this like idea of games being powered by the cloud, and I know that didn't really take off. I'm not gonna lie, it'd be really cool to kind of see that like sneak in somewhere. I want to see some other like Microsoft advantage thrown at this, and it's not about dollars buying studios and stuff, like some sort of like technology. And as you broke down the PlayStation 5 Pro, and they did a good job of this on the PlayStation Drive, and we've seen others do it as well. That, what is it, PSSR, this upscaling, this AI upscaling, I can't believe PlayStation named it that, but somebody had said it like, PlayStation beat Xbox, beat Microsoft to AI upscaling in consoles. And it's like, Microsoft, like, what are you doing? So it's not only about hardware that maybe Xbox is asleep at the wheel here, but it's also like that other stuff, that X factor that sometimes Xbox has brought to the table, like software enabled unlocking of frame rates, which is bonkers for like older games for backwards compatibility. It's just like via software, upscaling, unlock frame rates so that the hardware can just do it that much better. I want more of that. I love that. That's what backwards compatibility was all about, is like this, some wizard in Xbox land or in Microsoft figured something else that was crazy. I want that. We haven't talked about that in so long, and it doesn't have to be part of a hardware reveal. It just, give me something, man. We've been talking about Blizzard King and Activision for so long. Give me some magic, dude.
I think a couple things in that regard. Isn't the what the heck's the name of it? The Kojima game that's coming to Xbox. Isn't it supposed to be like cloud something or other? He's doing something that can only be done in the cloud. And then we've been hearing a lot more recently about Flight Simulator 2024.
Yes.
And it's got like a super small download and
30
it's gonna
gigs.
Cloud stream all of the world
Nuts.
to you, which
that
makes
is
sense.
bonkers. That game
That's
used to
nuts.
be like a terabyte, man.
Yeah,
That thing was
so-
huge.
There's like an entire stream. Sorry, my apologies. Bowsah, you continue.
Oh, good.
No, I was just going to say, there's literal streamers that have streamed the entirety of them downloading that game. Like right now, you download Flight Simulator, and that's an entire piece of content. It's just you waiting for it, and then also it loading, because it has such a bad like loading time for the first time that you ever open it. It's insane. And so, yeah, did I watch an entire streamer like sit down there for like an hour and a half waiting for this game to open? Sure. Was it really fun? Absolutely it was, because it was just pure chaotic. But yeah.
Nice.
What was I going to say? Oh, what was the name of the program that they had when the Series X launched that you could like buy now, pay later, but you like got Game
All
Pass
access.
and the
All
all
access,
access. That's what they need for a handheld device.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's just take one of the existing ones and slap an Xbox logo on it, but you could drop that price. So if you want the ROG Ally and Game Pass, it's cheaper than buying those two things separately, right?
Yeah.
And you pay over the course of 2 years, and it makes it way more accessible.
What they need is a phone. Imagine, you guys, just try to imagine a
Don't you have
Windows
phones?
phone. Imagine. What if they had a Windows phone, Mitch?
I know, right? Wouldn't that be something?
Dude, Xbox would have been transformed if the Windows phone actually worked out.
Yep.
if it wasn't running Windows.
That was
8.
that's a catastrophic miss. Like I don't think I could live with myself. Just like you buy Nokia and you screw
screw
up
it
the
up.
phone.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful. Yeah.
Trying to think.
Because that's how that all access thing really comes to mind for me. Like that's a phone. That's a model that exists to
And lots
purchase
of people
phones.
did it to get
Yeah.
their Xbox. Well, one, that was a way you could get them when the scalpers
Yeah.
bought up all the retail ones.
That's
Right.
true.
The subscription thing, scalpers didn't want that. So
Yeah.
Also, if you're buying an Xbox and you don't have Game Pass, like, come on, man. Like you were gonna get it anyway, so it was always a good deal for people if they wanted to go that route.
yep,
Yep.
unless you're doing rewards points.
Facts.
Right.
Oh, I gotta log in.
Yeah, do your dailies. Come on now.
Do your dailies. I was gonna say, does Xbox need to sell a pro version? No. Honestly, I think what Sarah Bond said with our next thing is such a big technological leap. I don't think it's a mid-season refresh. Really, I don't. I really don't.
Yeah,
I think
make it
is
a
lit-
generational leap a
I
year
think it'll
after
be a
PS5
generational
Pro.
leap. Right. I think it'll. See, that's where it gets rough because it's like
You're rough.
it's true. It's like technically, if you do that though, I don't either. If you do something like that though, because then you start like saying, no, this isn't a mid-season refresh, but it's like if it's not super way more powerful than this one, then you're just gonna say it is, right? People are just gonna be like, oh, that is their mid-season. It's not
Yeah.
anything special, right? It's just a little better than the PS5 Pro, and then people are just gonna say this is. You know, they could say all day long, this is not. This is a new generation.
What does it realistically do? Yeah.
Right. I really think with them saying that though, I think it would be I wouldn't be upset with them doing a combo like you had mentioned how Apple does their software and hardware. Literally like Xbox having like some next gen version that is crazy. There's always been the rumor of like the next Xbox will actually run like Steam and other stores on top of Xbox.
That'd be bonkers, man.
And I really think, I honestly do, that it is going to get to that point where like the next Xbox will literally be graphically ridiculous, specs for price ridiculous, but then freedom of like anything.
Yeah.
And because Microsoft will then just get to the point where you're still going to, if you buy a game on Steam, you're still giving Microsoft money. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Microsoft doesn't care where you buy the game because they know you're going to make money on software. They would rather you get Game Pass because it's a subscription that you'll have forever because you'll forget about it. But like them doing that, I also think opens up the space for a handheld because then they would have a handheld that would be able to natively run some mobile Xbox thing. And
Yeah,
it would
you're
spec-
thinking like ecosystem,
Yes,
man. Look at you.
100%.
Big brain on Mitch.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's literally that big jump they're talking about is a full on ecosystem of like software and hardware. We have a mobile version of Xbox that runs. You can play your back compat games on this mobile device. Powerful wise, it's not going to be, I don't think they have hardware wise to go nuts and make it like crazy powerful more than a Steam Deck type of deal. It
Yep.
might just be a little bit better. Honestly, I thought just Series S handheld. That's
and
what I
that's
thought.
what I'm thinking. Like now I'm seeing, I can like visualize two SKUs, but instead of them being like two very different consoles, one's a console, one's a handheld.
Yep. One
That
is
makes
your
way more sense.
One is your oh my god machine that can do everything insane, that can run everything back and pat, that can run different storefronts.
If it runs
and then your
different, that's
your
compelling.
S is going to be your handheld that has a dock that you
quotes.
can buy if you want to hook it up to a TV to do 1080, 60, whatever, who cares? But like I think that is their leap. But honestly, I don't think it happens for at least like 2 years or 3 years at this point. I just think they need to
2025
set,
has a good ring to it, man. 2025, new Xbox.
it does. Hold on. Xbox, what year did it come out? 2001?
2020, yeah.
2020?
That'd be okay.
25-year
Dude, that's like
anniversary.
Wii U. Wii U was
Yeah.
not around for a long time.
Right.
And that'd be
I
okay.
just think-
And if they continue, like you're still playing all the games in both places, it doesn't matter.
Right. And that's
Right.
what I'm saying. Like
people
they
don't have to upgrade their Series X, and they can keep playing the new Xbox games for quite a while, which you should be able to, right? That's
right.
I
Because,
guess.
heck, we barely
I'm
have
kind of vicious on
exclusive to
that kind
this
of thing.
gen- Yeah, but we
This-
barely have any this gen that are exclusive, and it was a generation.
That's what I
So-
mean, though. And that didn't, I feel like that didn't go over well. Like everybody talks about that, like that's what needs to happen. I think the blurring of generations was horrible. Like, it's nice. Like, we appreciate it. It's very customer centric, all that kind of stuff. Gamers, that's very good. But like, golly, like we didn't know what to make in terms of what was the compelling reason to buy the new console. And now you've got an entire SSD. Well, and I'm with you. Like, I'm not one of those people who goes like, I can't believe I bought my Series X. I feel like I got bamboozled.
No.
I'm not there.
But
a lot of people talk like that.
That's so weird to me. Like,
A
quick
lot
resume,
of people talk like
quick
that.
resume alone is such a game changer, and it's
I
like
know-
you
I
don't
get it.
realize it
Still don't
until you
trust
play. Oh man, yeah. I mean,
I get
most
it.
games I play don't work with quick resume because they're online games. But I digress. Like,
But
it's,
there's no nuance in the gaming narrative out there,
No.
man. It's like,
Yeah.
give me a
But
good
if they
reason to
are-
buy this. Like,
If
this
they
is
are
why.
talking about this is going to be. I mean, we've said it for years that PlayStation and Xbox are very close to PCs, but just with a very defined set of hardware and all this. But Xbox could be the one to make it true.
Yeah.
I really do.
Xbox is a TV PC.
yeah.
Literally, Microsoft doesn't care. Let's put it this way, right? Sony puts out their games on PlayStation first because they want to sell consoles. They wait at least a year. If the game sucks, they'll put it out at a year. If the game's still selling well, they will wait, right? Spider-Man 2 hasn't been announced whatsoever for PC yet, and it's about a year in October. God of War Ragnarok just came out on PC, and that thing's been out longer than that, right? Sony still has that, like, we need to sell this console, and
just did
this is our
Concord.
thing. Yeah, that's true.
$400 million that thing
That's
cost
the
to make.
craziest thing I've ever heard in my
Holy
life.
crap.
So my thing is, though, is that Xbox has gotten to the point where they don't care where you buy your games. They don't. They're putting them out on every storefront. They just want you to buy stuff. And that's why I think they're just going to blur the lines and say, F it, go ahead.
Yeah.
If anything, this might force Microsoft to make their games cheaper on those digital storefronts if there are competing sales. There's just, and again, you could buy a game that can be compatible with their premium home console or their Series S handheld version. Like, it could say Series S portable compatible, whatever the hell they call it. I just think like they are literally at the point where they're like, we don't care where you buy your games. We just want you to play games. Here's a solid piece of hardware. I do think it is going to be, though, like that premium home console will probably be $600 or $700, unfortunately, because I think depending on how well that sells, they might market it based off that.
Yeah.
But I just think, and I think the handheld will probably be at least $300. There's no way it can be cheaper than $300, in my opinion.
But if they give me the console experience, but access to PC storefronts, I'd gladly drop the $700.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. If you get to the point where you make the hardware itself price comparable, because to be clear, for $700, you are not going to get a PC that does PS5 specs. You're not. Okay.
Agreed.
And I get that you can say all day long, well, it's not that much more. It's about $1,400 to get
Double.
that close.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe.
So you're talking, again, if Microsoft just said, open all storefronts, we're going to put Steam. And again, Steam wants you to do that. Everybody wants you to do that. If you just said Steam, Epic Store, GOG, everything here, have fun. Are you kidding me? No, not one storefront's going to tell them no, because that's stupid. Like, yeah, we want you to sell more games. Go ahead. And they're just going to make a comparable piece of hardware that still has a console experience if you want that. You don't ever have to touch Steam if you don't ever want to. But if it's an option,
But you can
you're
touch
giving
it.
people, they're going to touch it
Oh,
aggressively.
they're going to touch it.
Oh, yeah. Like that. But I think if you just make it also like a portable console experience, and again, that's where it gets weird, like you could say Windows 8 style tiles. I don't care, whatever. But I just think that's their jump. Their jump is not just, here's 2 better boxes, have a good day. Their jump is, this is everything we have. Here's a whole new ecosystem. Here's a whole new way to play games, however you want. And it's a cheap thing for the specs you get. So,
Good.
yes. That's my thoughts.
Good.
That is all.
That is all on that question, at least.
All right. Let's go a completely different direction. Croco Kyle writes in, this week I got my first tattoo, a Gengar coming out of a Game Boy Color, which
Cool.
if you're not in the Discord, get in there and look at the picture because this tattoo is rad.
It rules. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Where's that in the Discord?
Probably pictures of our lives.
I'll look.
All right. Do y'all have any
Outlook.
gaming related tattoos? If not, are there any you would want to get? Fee, what gaming tattoos do you have?
So, fun fact, I have 0 tattoos, but I am currently making a list of tattoos that I want to get, and one is definitely going to have to be Baldur's Gate related. I don't know specifically what I would get yet, but it would definitely have to be Baldur's Gate. That game is... I will continue to say it's my favorite. Maybe another game becomes my favorite, but we'll talk about that game later on this evening. But no, that game just really resonated with me, and there's a lot of fantastic quotes, so I would definitely have to get something that's Baldur's Gate related. Who knows? There's so many good, oh my gosh, just so many good ones that I've seen some really great, like, Baldur's Gate tattoos so far already. There's definitely some things I would not get tattooed, but I'm not going to start an argument about people choosing to get certain tattoos done. But I digress. That's a whole other conversation. Maybe I'll talk about it in pants in the future. There we go. Fun topic. But yeah, I think it would have to be either Baldur's Gate or maybe even like maybe Ace Attorney related. And it's just, yeah. Seems
Nice.
like both really, really good ones. Bowsah, video game tattoos.
Well, surprising no one. I have Bowser tattooed on my leg.
Wow.
Makes sense. Checks out.
It checks out. Yep. I've also considered getting my character from Final Fantasy XIV in some way, shape, or form. So that might be in the future, but I still have a few more sessions, 2 more sessions probably on my back, and then I just want to do some more fun stuff, little stuff.
Very
Nice.
cool.
Mitch, you got any video game tattoos?
I do not. Tattoo wise, that was actually one of those things. Like, I thought about 2 different things. One, I thought about getting the cog gears thing right here, like the cog chains that they wear and everything. I thought that would be cool. However, I also don't have a really buff chest, and I don't have wide shoulders like Marcus Phoenix or Dom, so I thought that might look a little out of place because I'm not in the best shape ever. So
They're
if I was
video
like,
game characters. They're
I
not
get
real.
that, but I was super jacked. Like, if I took a bunch of steroids and I got shredded,
You
I
should
would
do
absolutely
that.
do that. I should look
Be
into
safe.
it. The Rock does it. Be safe. Do it in an extra life shirt. The other one I was looking at was I was looking at a Kingdom Hearts tattoo of like a Keyblade, because again, I love those games. Funny enough, I always get worried about tattoos because, like, one, just worried that I'll get it and I'll hate it like 2 years from now, right? The only thing I actually thought about getting that's not necessarily gaming related, but kinda, is my logo for my stream, only because it's my 2 dogs. It's Salt and Blizzard. Like, I'll always love my dogs. I love my logo. I love the way they're drawn. And I'm just thinking, like, that would be something I don't think I would regret because it's my dogs at the end of the day. I just think the logo looks good and I'm really happy with it. And
That's
so, yeah,
cool.
that's why I thought about that would be a cool thing to do. But
Nice
so, like I
one.
said, sideways gaming related, but not really.
Yeah, I love that, man. I have no tattoos. I have no video game tattoos. But if I were to get a video game tattoo, I would get a tattoo of Peter Moore showing off his tattoo on his arm.
His extra life Bobby on his arm?
He
Is
didn't
that
have
what
like
we're gonna
Halo
do?
or something. He had like 117,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. That's what I would get. Yeah.
Fee, what would you do if Peter Moore got extra life Bobby tattooed on him? What would you do?
Freak out.
Freak out.
Freak out.
Ding, ding, ding.
No, I would probably like cry, but also like it's a happy cry because it's like insane that someone would get my art tattooed on them. It wouldn't be the
Right.
first time that it's happened, but I think that'd be really
Ooh.
cool.
Ooh.
I'm just
Nice.
saying. Okay. Yeah, just saying. I think it's very nice for someone to do that, and you're more than welcome to. I give permission to people if you want to get the Extra Life Bobby tattooed on you, go for it.
Sounds
That'd be
like
great.
a fundraising goal.
Yeah.
Oh,
10K, Sean will
10
get a Bobby
grand.
tattoo.
we've never done 10 grand before. We've come close.
For
we go.
mine,
There you go.
I said for $5,000, I would shave my beard.
Oh,
Time to.
I haven't
go in
seen my
debt.
chin since I was 16. I just want to
10
point that
grand, I'll
out.
grow a beard.
There we go. There we go. It works.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Well,
Good
everyone
question.
else, sound off in Discord. Tell us what your tattoos are that are video game related or not. Any of them, whatever. I like tattoos.
Nice.
All
Very
right. The Goobla King says, in honor of Paw Patrol Grand Prix leaving Game Pass this month,
Aw.
would you rather have an Xbox-themed kart racing game or an Xbox-themed Smash Brothers game?
Kart racing every day of the week.
Really?
We don't.
would
Xbox
too.
has no kart racer. None. Sony has Crash Team Racing, which we kind of do. I guess we can play that on Xbox. It got ported
And
over.
Sonic, I guess.
I guess, right?
Yeah,
But
this
there's-
is it. This is it. Your I guess about car. Like, who cares about all these car racers? They suck. Mario
Right.
Kart. That's all you need.
Exactly. But so you have Mario Kart and Sony had Crash Team Racing. Xbox never had a kart racer. Yeah, we have a lot of racing games, but not a kart racer. But imagine like the power-ups each of the characters could have from all the different genres or all the different franchises. Like, it could be awesome. And I just think that's the one genre that unfortunately we have nothing. Like, we don't have a kart racer. Granted, we don't have a Smash Brothers either, right? I mean, they had
It's not
PlayStation All Stars and
Xbox-themed
Smash.
one. There's
Right.
like-
There's no Xbox themed one. I don't know. Kart
Other
racers for
fighters.
me. Yeah. Kart racers for me would be just super awesome in my opinion. And again,
Make
you
it
can
a
have cool
car
power-ups.
racer, and I'm interested. No more kart. It's all the same. You get your like
Okay.
power. It's I don't know. It all feels the same, and it's like playground. Not playground. Playground games. Let them do it, and then I'm in. Like kind of Forza Horizon, like even more arcadey than Forza
Yeah.
Horizon.
Oh, for sure,
Then I'm almost there. But I don't want a kart racer because that's very different. You know what I'm
wouldn't
saying?
want a kart
Mitch?
racer where cars blow up and stuff. You wouldn't want something like that. Like just like mix Burnout with a kart racer.
Yeah. Yeah, like a little bit more burnout. Yes. I just don't want you to like skin swap Crash Team Racing or Mario Kart with Master Chief and Doom Guy. Like that's not what I want. Like
You gotta make it way more violent. It's on Xbox, guys. We gotta make it way more violent. We gotta make like explosions and decapitating people as you fly by and
Definitely.
you know what I mean? All that. Like
Mature.
I'm saying, Burnout is like that's the racing game that I just love. And like again, I just thought like car racer mixed with like sliding around, blowing up cars. Obviously, there's plenty of different cars that are out there that are game related, right?
Yep.
Like, I just think that's just such a genre that could be really fun. That could be a twist on it. That we just don't have a single thing good on Xbox like that. That's the only reason why I say car racer. What
do you
about
think,
you,
Fee?
Sean? Or Sean or Fee or one of you guys?
Go ahead, Fee.
Well, okay, first of all, as a side note, I'm really upset with the games that are being removed this like soon, mostly because it's Loop Hero and Ace Attorney trilogy. Guys, I'm upset, but I digress. I just give me a fun kart game. You know,
Oh, there it is.
I'm not here for a racer. I'm just here for fun times with my friends. And for that reason, some sort of like, you know what? Why not just throw it back to what we talked about a few weeks ago? Bring piñatas into this. Why not? Just make everything piñata racer related, Xbox related. Why not? And then if you crash, it just like candy explodes.
Yeah.
Boom.
Like that.
Look, what a great opportunity. That
That
is
would feel great. That would be like the Lego expansion to Forza Horizon 4. You're like wrecking into
Yeah.
stuff and Lego bricks are flying everywhere.
just
I'm down
candy
with
and confetti.
Yeah.
That would be cute. A lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm
Candy
not
sales
into
will go
the
up.
fighting games, so it's got to be kart racer for me.
Yeah, of the two.
Yeah, I just wouldn't play the fighting game.
I'm not saying like like a Smash style fighting game with all the Xbox IP would be bad. Like I'm not saying that at all. I just think, and Sean's kind of right with like when you think kart, you think Mario Kart. When you think that type of style fighting, like you know whatever, like you think Smash. But I just think you twist it enough, make it more. I won't say mature, but like you said, take Forza Horizon, mix with a kart racer, add some Burnout. That's what I would like appreciate more.
I love that you threw a different style of racing in there. Like that kind of stretches. So I want to do that on the Smash front because everybody thinks Smash, they think PlayStation All Stars or whatever. Very, very similar kind of game. Throw in Marvel versus Capcom style crossover event fighting game with the Xbox stuff. Like then maybe we've got something a little bit more interesting to talk about on the fighting game side. They kind of did it a little bit with Killer Instinct. You started seeing like some of the Battletoads showing up, and I think General Rom from Gears of War was in there, and a couple other it's like crossover light.
Right.
But yeah, like something a little bit more of that style, like Dragon Ball Fighter Z, or fighters or whatever they called it, Capcom versus Marvel versus Capcom kind of thing, then maybe. But I don't
2D
want
or
just another
3D?
Smash. Yeah, just style it up 2D. You know,
2D, okay.
Yeah. Or Virtua Fighter. I don't know, dude. Do that.
Don't do
a
Virtua Fighter. If you want, I mean, Mortal Kombat style, super realistic graphics and stuff. I mean, that would be very nice. I mean, obviously, too, you could do, but that's the thing is like if you start making it like Mortal Kombat and make it like ultra violent, people are just gonna be like, oh, you're copying Mortal Kombat. That's why I think like you got to do something. The 2D style though would be really nice. That'd be really cool to see some stuff there.
It's fun to just like walk around the different genres of video games, going, okay, what could you do here? What could you do here? I can't see in the chat says I want an Xbox themed shooter. I was thinking the same thing, but it's like it's so like Fortnite is kind of like I know there's different ways of doing that, but that's just it. There's pillars of these genres. When you think shooters, battle royales,
into Halo Infinite, it'll be fine.
I guess so. But does that make? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I just need some sort of Astrobot style game for Xbox franchises. I would love that. That'd be great too. But yeah, like that's, I don't know. Like the 2D style thing would be cool. Man, there's a lot of cool things you could do.
It's so uncreative. I hate it. I'm the only one who hates on Astrobot, but whatever.
No, I just think like something to, but again, a 25th anniversary game, like go down memory lane of Xbox.
I guess so. It just seems too easy. That's why I hate on it. It's not anything specific about Astrobot. It's just like, and the PlayStation, the limited edition consoles, the 30th anniversary stuff. It's like, man, nostalgia, dude. Like they get us because it looks cool. It looks nice. So I guess Xbox should do that, but it does seem like an easy way out.
Here's what I'll say. That stuff looks cool. The only thing that messed me up was that charging cable because I was like, okay, that's really cool. That's just something I would have never thought about ever.
You could literally 3D print that connection.
Just the end?
Yeah.
Done. Cool.
Stick it
Thanks. That's all I need to know. Never mind.
Every USB cable you already have.
Just do whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's going to stop you?
Yeah, Mitch.
Why not?
Not me.
Do it.
There we go.
Bet you won't.
You're right.
Aggressive.
You just won. Congratulations. Was that all of the questions for the week?
That is all for the questions.
Whoa.
That is
Figured
all.
We'd be talking about some Dragon Age tonight, and we have a few community members that were getting excited for that. I know Drellish and the Goobla King, they're hyped for that Dragon Age. Maybe the Goobla King's more for Fantasy Critic, but Sean, tell me why I should play this game.
I think
That's your
Fiona
job.
knows why we should play this game.
All right, Fiona, tell me why
know
we should play
better?
this
Okay.
game.
Well, I'll
Guys,
just zoom in on this tweet.
tell
We
me.
can chat here, but guys, just to let everybody
my
know why we're doing
God.
this. EA and BioWare, they had a bunch of people go hands-on with Dragon Age, the Veilguard. We did not. We were not invited, but that doesn't stop us from putting the damn game in our episode title and for us to get hyped about this. At least me, and I'm pretty sure Fee as well, pumped about this.
Yep.
And yeah, they've got a character creator, Fee.
Oh, boy, howdy. I just want to say shout out to Alyssa Mora from IGN who made a video specifically on their gameplay. There's 8 minutes and like 40 seconds. I believe they did a majority of it talking about the character creator and then like 2 minutes of talking about combat. The rest, all of it is character creator, and guys, the character creator, I am gonna be in there for days. We're not for days, not hours, not like it's gonna be days. Do you think, guys? There is 30 freaking hairstyles for Canary. I don't know who the Canary are. I've never played a Dragon Age game in my life, but boy howdy, do I know.
Yes.
There's 30 freaking Canary hairstyles. There's 88 non-Canary. Guys, there is freaking 49 horns for the Canary. That is insane. 49.
Yeah.
In Baldur's Gate 3, I think there's like 12 options total for horns.
Horngate.
Horngate.
Nearly as horny.
That sounds so terrible. I'm done.
Not nearly as horny. Yep.
Dragon Age.
Dragon Age at least 6 times hornier than Baldur's Gate 3.
And we love it. We love to see it. The diversity, the things that you can do with these particular characters. You can choose like specifically how tall they are. You can also decide like if you want an asymmetrical face. You can like you can specifically select it like if you want the nose tilted a specific way. Maybe your character got into a bar brawl and just like got his nose smashed, and so that like you create this entire backstory with the characters that you're making in these guys. I am so the hair the hair guys, the hair physics.
Give it, Fee. Come on.
The hair physics are so freaking good. What?
Yeah.
What is this? Like it's just like
Can you fix a hairline?
Oh my! I don't even. What? I mean, you know what? Why not? This has everything already. Why not fix the hairline? The
That
hair,
one looks like me.
I lost my marbles when I saw the fact that when you move your head with a long hair, it's not just boxy and clips through your like arms. It actually moves across your arms and then down in front. Beautiful. I'm like, we are in the golden age of character creation and hair. I'm sorry.
I need to see their teeth. Are their teeth going to be like ridiculous, or are they actually going to have nice teeth? Because that's what gets me in these games.
Yo, those stashes are great.
The facial hair is pretty good.
That's pretty solid.
I don't know if we get to see much of that in the actual character creator, but one thing that's really different and actually something that we see in Final Fantasy XIV is when you're creating your character, because I know in Dragon Age Inquisition it's mentioned in a lot of videos, is the fact that they had that kind of like dingy like swamp green background, and so you weren't able to really get a true understanding of what your character was going to look like out in daylight, out in night. But this one has like multiple different background options, so you can see like what is your character going to look like in the daytime, what is it going to look like if it's like inside a castle. So you have like all these different like options when you're going through the character. It's mind-boggling to me. I like, my brain is broken. And of course, as someone who absolutely loves character creators, like I said, I'm going to spend days here.
Yep.
And I'm going to be so happy about it. And my only request is that they come out with a song that's really, really catchy, because we have like Down by the River when it comes to Baldur's Gate 3 when you're character creating, and I think this needs a really good song to it too, and I imagine they're going to do it, and I hope so.
If you're going to spend days there, we're going to need
If
some
I'm going to
good
spend
tunes.
days, I need it to be a good
She
song.
needs a bop. She needs a bop as a song.
But yeah, it's so great what they've done with this, and it's just so interesting to see how much you can do with it. Because even like, as much as I love Baldur's Gate, it's very limited on what you can do when it comes to like personality and retrospect, when it comes to like the dynamics of the face. Because obviously there's presets you can download.
There's Kunari.
Mods.
That's a Kunari right
yes,
there.
Yes, it's a Kunari. That is a Kunari.
Oh,
Yo.
yeah.
Yes.
That looks great.
There's a forehead depth. Oh my god. Forehead depth, ladies and gentlemen.
You can give your characters booties, guys. It is all over the place. It is crazy.
Can you turn into that devil dude from Little Nicky? Because that's definitely got to be a character. The one that boobs on his head.
I don't know. But who knows?
Maybe that's one of the horn options, you know what I'm
Yeah, there
saying?
you go. There you go.
I'm so flabbergasted, and I just sat there when they announced this and seeing the videos coming out. I'm just watching videos of people going through the character creator, like in these clips. Of course, we don't get to see everything, but oh my god, it just looks so good. So good. And I don't want to like know too much about the full game going forward. So whenever they get into the combat, I usually kind of dip, but guys, the character creator is phenomenal. So I am fully excited to just make videos upon videos, and like, I'm gonna miss a podcast. I'm gonna be like, hey guys, guess what? Maybe I'll just play the character creator while we're in the podcast. Who knows? I'll just make my co-hosts in the game. Why not? At this point, there's so many options. But yeah, thank you for letting me rave about the character creator, because goodness gracious, is it beautiful.
Is this a video game, or is it just a character creator?
This is definitely, yeah. It's like, oh my god, there's so much more after this.
You want more?
Yeah. I saw a double chin slider. I appreciate that. Also, Fia, I just want to point out, if you make me, do my hairline justice. Don't do it wrong. That's all I gotta say.
I will do you justice.
She's literally gonna be like, turn to the side. Let me see. How far
send
does
in
your
your pictures.
How far does your hairline go back? Let's make it accurate. Yeah.
Yeah. Send in your photos, everyone. I'm making everybody in the character creator.
You know what's crazy too is like the day this comes out, they're gonna have like the next IGN article is like 200 celebrities in Dragon Age, and they're just gonna have like hella accurate Taylor Swift and Henry Cavill, and like you know that's gonna happen. You know it, and Fee's gonna make 80% of them. He's gonna make 80%.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh my god!
Bowsah.
What a journey we've been on with this game. The first thing we saw of it at Summer Game Fest, was it? Like, people were like, oh no, it's like Fortnite and it doesn't look all that great. And then we saw maybe a little gameplay and like, oh, it actually is pretty good looking. I feel like I was excited to talk about this tonight with you guys because it seems like now we're allowed to be excited about Dragon Age. Finally, the rest of the world is caught up with us, Fee. Like, because I was pumped about it from like day one. Thank God it's coming. It's here. We've got a date, October 31st. And now people are going hands-on with it. And it's like, this game, it's deep. And with Baldur's Gate, just was it last year? Like, Baldur's Gate set the bar high. And that's been, I think, kind of in the back of a lot of our minds. Anybody who's been excited or even aware of Dragon Age, the Veilguard, is like, yeah, but we kind of already have Baldur's Gate 3. Oddly enough, BioWare created Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. And so for that to be the bar that they've got to leap over, who knows if that's the case, but the previews that came out this week kind of lets us know that maybe there's a shot that we can have both and be happy with both. You know, whether or not this is leaps and bounds better, but I was very surprised at how deep this looks because Dragon Age in particular kind of runs the gamut of Dragon Age Origins, very like CRPG almost, like really deep RPG elements to it, still D&D kind of stuff in there, almost like Baldur's Gate originally. Dragon Age 2, very simplified, like really went completely the other way. And I would say the same with Mass Effect. Mass Effect, the first one, very deep RPG elements or much more than the second one. So it's like BioWare has gone back and forth on this. And I don't know about you, Fee, but like I wasn't sure which like end of the RPG spectrum they'd kind of end up here. And it looks like they just went hard. Like I want them to go heavy on this one. It looks like they have. And I think that's what has me most excited with it, along with beautiful art style and all the rest. It's like, this isn't a bona fide RPG from BioWare. Like, please give it to me. Holy crap. So the character creator is an example of that. Like, it's an indicator, maybe, Bowsah.
I have a question from the past pool. Is there any like co-op component to this, or is it strictly single player?
I don't know anything about that, actually. I'm good with it being single player, but you're right. Baldur's Gate had multiplayer stuff too,
I was just
right?
thinking that Baldur's Gate had good co-op, so it would be cool if it did. But
from what I heard in the video, at least, like in comparison, like Baldur's Gate, you could control your character, like specifically the side characters during fights. In this game, apparently you don't do that.
Yeah.
You can hear specifically like when they're going to be able to do specific attacks and when they're like restored mana and stuff. But other than that, it's not going to be like in comparison. And of course, we saw some fighting in this. It's not turn-based, guys. For people who had a little bit of a cry fest about Baldur's Gate 3 being turn-based. No, I think like I agree with Sean. I definitely don't know if there is multiplayer aspects. We don't even know if there was even that option during the test game plays throughs that people were doing, because I think, at least from what I saw with some of the people on, like when I was watching YouTube videos, they got only about 7 hours. So maybe they have
barely enough time to get through the character creator.
I know, right?
Honestly, if they gave me 7 hours, I would not be the host that we should have, like, if I had this opportunity, I'm not the person, because I would just be in character creator for 7 hours. And then I'd be like, okay, guys, well, I'm really happy that I got to play 7 hours of this game. I all I did was play the character creator. Really sorry about that one. Can't give you any feedback on how the fighting mechanics are or anything. But no, I think, like, even when we saw the trailer earlier on this year, the graphics I thought they looked phenomenal. The lighting looks impeccable. Because I remember there was, the actual trailer, there was a little bit of characters going through this kind of like underground cavernous city, And the lighting looked phenomenal. And honestly, when earlier on in this trailer there that we're currently displaying, one thing that really reminded me of a game that blew my mind over a decade ago at this point was BioShock Infinite, and going into one of the very first areas in BioShock Infinite where you're going into this like almost cathedral in the sky, and there's water on the ground, and just looking at the water and the like lighting and just like the actual textures and everything, it looks fantastic. So even though as much as I love and I rave about the character creator, I'm very excited to hop into this game. It's just, I been wanting to get into an RPG. Of course, we had Dragon's Dogma earlier on this year, but that's definitely different mechanics. And it's kind of crazy to think about the fact that Dragon's Dogma came out earlier this year. Does anyone remember that? Because I don't think anyone's still talking about that game, and I feel horrendous about that. And I'm not just saying that for like giggles. I constantly forget about the fact that game came out this year. And so I'm hoping that this is the standout RPG that a lot of us have been looking for, because a lot of us have been replaying Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Or people like, I have friends who still play Dragon Age Inquisition and they play it on repeat. I love that for them, and I'm hoping that this is what we're looking for. Of course, there's a lot of different mechanics, but I think it's a good opportunity. Also, of course, on another aspect, I want to know about the romances in the game, but we didn't get any information on that. So your girl's waiting, guys.
So I like what I'm seeing here. It looks like it kind of freezes time when you're picking maybe like a special attack.
Yep.
Right.
That looks
I think
pretty
those
cool.
are your the people that are with you.
Oh, is
like-
that controlling your party members?
I think so, yeah, because it looks like on the left and right there's like different characters' faces.
Yeah.
So it looks like you're just basically controlling the other characters that are with you, which, I mean, the other thing too is we don't know if those people are actually able to be co-op people or not. You know what I mean? It looks like, I don't know off the top of my head, but yeah, I would love if
I mean, it's not a deal breaker either way, but
I agree.
right.
something like this is like fun to just hang out with somebody and
right.
go beat up on some monsters, you know?
I would love for Fee to be hired by IGN. Like, we want you to go play Dragon Age. And she's like, sure, why not? And they're like, 7 hours, report back. How was the game? You're like, what game? I played a character creator. It was the best.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm definitely, it's going to take me 7 hours. I'm not like, it's not even a joke at this point. It's going to take me so long. And I know when everyone starts playing this game and they're like, oh, I've gotten 5 hours, I'm like 10, 15 hours in. I'm going to be like, so I just made a character. I've been playing it since it launched, and I've just been playing, just going through the character creator. Because I think that's what happened when I played Baldur's Gate 3 was I made a few characters before I actually hopped into the game for the first time. So I spent hours in that character creator. And I think it's going to be the same thing here. And I'm not going to lie. I did have a question, though. Was Dragon Age Inquisition multiplayer?
No, I don't think any of them have been.
I'm looking that up real fast.
I never played them
swear-
as multiplayer, but
Sure.
maybe. I don't. Yeah, I don't think of games like this for multiplayer. But I don't know. I'm maybe out to lunch on that.
Well, I mean, I was just curious because Baldur's Gate 3 was multiplayer. So I don't know if they wanted to branch out in that case, but who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Dragon
it's
Age
cool.
Inquisition features a 4-player co-op multiplayer mode. This marks
Holy
the first
crap.
time that multiplayer mode is introduced in a Dragon Age game. Players take advantage or take on the role of a member of the Inquisition. At the beginning of each mission, one of the Inquisitors
Well, what
I
about
just had a
the
stroke
Veilguard?
there.
That's the one.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
what I
just
need
looking
to
right
know.
now.
BioWare has explained in a recent interview why Dragon Age the Veilguard will not feature any multiplayer modes. While the
Okay.
previous
There you go.
entry of Dragon Age series sported a co-op multiplayer mode, it seems Dragon Age the Veilguard will not be following its footsteps. That's from GameRant.com.
Yep, I literally see that
That's
same
fine.
article.
It was just more of a curiosity thing for me.
Yeah. Man.
Well, that'll be the narrative that the internet takes on from here. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it doesn't have
welcome.
multiplayer. Who cares? This game looks awesome. I'm stoked about it. It's easily one of my most anticipated games of the year. I can't believe we're getting this and Assassin's Creed, the Japan one, whatever that one's
Shadows.
called. Shadows.
Jesus Christ.
I'm so excited for it.
one.
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, I don't know what it's
Oh
called.
man.
Oh man, by the way, I'll explain later. I have some thoughts on Shadows. I
Okay.
saw a video that's a little weird, but
Well, we could have another episode breaking down our excitement or lack thereof of
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of like this. Like, let's get, the games are
Pumped
coming up
about
with a
video
nice little
games.
spotlight.
Now I'm gonna buy it. Look what you did to me.
I might have to break my rule. That could be the one actual, factual
that's
purchase.
Right.
You're not
You
allowed
can't
to buy
buy this, Sean.
I know, dude. Like, that's not good for me. That.
Oh man, you can't buy this.
Yeah.
It'd be a shame if somebody gifted it to you on Steam.
I
though.
do not
It'd
want
be
that.
a shame if Xbox put it on Game Pass.
That'd be.
It'd be-
Can you imagine?
Oh my god. Well,
That
actually,
would make up for
hold
this
on,
month.
Hold on a minute. Is it an EA game?
Yeah, maybe sometimes they do the little trial.
Try with EA
10
Play.
hours?
There's always a trial. Yeah, there's always a 10-hour trial, unless it's a game that's not 10 hours long, and then they give you some figure me out trial
trial would
of
be
random
good.
lovers. 10-hour trial.
That's just gonna make you buy it. That's all it's gonna
Yeah,
do,
but guess
Sean.
what?
As if you're not already sold on it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
It's
so
a real
excited
shame
for
that
this
there's
game.
things called gifting that you could do on Steam and Xbox. It's
But
just
I
crazy.
could wait. I just said Assassin's Creed. I still got Star Wars. I still got games to play. So I want to play Space
Yep.
Marine and
Sean,
all that kind of stuff.
I need you to play this game so we can talk
I
about
know,
it.
right?
I'll play
What
it.
if on the day this game comes out, I finally play Baldur's Gate, which was gifted to me last year? That's why you should not gift it to me. It's very expensive. You guys don't spend that much money on me. Good
Man.
God, don't do it. It's
Just
a lot
wait
of
a-
money.
I was
Don't
gonna
do
say
that.
wait a month till it's
Donate
on
to
sale for
Extra
Black
Life.
Friday, but that literally comes out so close. That's crazy.
I can't.
October 31st.
But who am I going to send photos to? I'm going to be like,
can
well,
send
I guess I
photos to
can-
me.
Millions on the internet. Her.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, no, I will, and I definitely will be sending photos to Bowsah and the community. We'll have to make an entire section specifically for this game, but I would just feel bad because I'd be like, oh, hey, Sean, oh, never mind, I don't want to tell you about what I just saw because you don't have the game.
I know.
And
I
I
know.
don't
I
want to
know.
ruin it for you because I
It's
don't
not
want to be
even
the
full price if you have Game Pass.
Oh, that's a good way to sell
It's
it.
a $69.99 normal.
Look at
but
the
because
salesman
you have
here.
EA Play, it's $62.99 USD.
That's true.
Okay, so that's
Salesman.
like $72 Canadian.
You know what though, you guys?
That's right,
Maybe
we're talking.
I am
yeah.
building a PC though this fall, and sometimes when you buy a CPU, games come with it.
Oh, Sean's CPU decision just got decided by Dragon Age if it's free. All right.
Yeah, I don't know about that,
He's
but maybe
letting it
Assassin's
go.
Creed. Assassin's Creed, I could see Ubisoft bundling stuff in there.
That
There's another
absolutely.
game.
No, I think
There's
that
another game.
actually is already going to be on something. I thought that
Yeah.
was already bundled.
Yeah, there was a game that I was interested in earlier this year that was bundled with a CPU.
Star Wars Outlaws got
It was-
bundled
it
with
was
something
Space
because my buddy
Marine.
just got one.
Oh, it was Space Marine. You're right. It was
Yeah.
totally Space Marine. Yep.
They gave away Space Marine for
was the
what?
one.
Like an AMD processor?
It
or
was an
something?
AMD. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. That's what I'm
My
going
buddy,
with.
my buddy just built a PC and he got Outlaws for free. That's
Good
what he
deal.
got. Yeah.
Yeah. Good deal.
Hmm.
You know what game I got for free when I bought my 4090? Redfall. Thanks.
Oof.
Yeah, I was so bummed. I was like,
Oh my gosh.
damn, I get this game for Game
you chose
Pass and
poorly.
both versions suck. You know what I mean? I was
Dang,
like,
dude.
thanks.
Roasted.
Wow.
Redfall's
Oh, Dragon
a free
Age, I'm
game.
hyped about. I can't wait.
Yep.
We're a month
Yes.
away.
Well, go buy your CPU and get it. Let's go.
I can't wait.
Woo!
Yep.
All right.
Is that it? Did we do it?
I think
For
we
real
did
this
it.
time?
I think we did do it.
We did it. We done did it.
The end of the
done?
podcast.
Did it.
Holy
I got
crap.
another
Wow.
game to buy. Perfect.
Yep.
Woo!
I have
Oh,
Elden
Bowsah, I
Ring.
can't
I
wait
don't
for
need
you
to
to
buy a
play
game
this.
for like 2 years. I got Elden Ring. I'm so good.
I know. I got Elden Ring too.
I'm very excited you guys are excited about it though. Like again, and I'm not saying it does look fun. It definitely I prefer, I would say, this over turn-based. So I mean, this did look like gameplay wise, it looked great. The thing that's gonna piss me off is I'll get that character creator, spend like 10 minutes in it. I'll be like, yeah, it's
Do
good.
Default.
randomize.
Yeah, I'll do randomize and just be like, looks good.
Good enough.
Good enough.
If
Exactly.
this
No,
comes
I'm sorry.
out, I'm sorry. I don't think I can go to Extra Life. I'm gonna have to stay home and play this.
Can we make that an extra life goal? Like on one of your guys' monitors that you'll have, it'll just be an 8-hour stream of Fee building a
What if it was
character.
24 hours of Dragon Age?
That's it, Fee. You have to come. You're doing the 25 hours of Dragon Age character.
I'm just
creator.
gonna be in a corner, and everyone's gonna people are gonna walk in and be like, "Why is she sitting over there by herself?" And you'll just be
We'll
like,
just flip
"No,
over
she's
to you
having a
every
great
once in a
time."
while.
I'll just I'll have my headphones on, and I'll just be bopping around, just hanging out, just like playing Dragon Age, and just being like, just living my best life, and just ignoring everybody in the
I
corner.
wish you guys had like a full-on production where like people with microphones are walking around like, all right,
We'll
let's
have
go ahead and check in
microphones.
on. But like, all right, let's go ahead and check in on Fee, and there's like a second camera. Like I'm talking like it's an E3 presentation type of deal. Like,
Yeah,
all
we
right,
might
cool,
be able
we're
to
gonna
do
go
that.
check in on
That.
Fee. Fee, what are you up to? I spent 4 hours on the forehead. All right, cool. Let's go back to Sean.
Yeah, if we have a way to somehow pipe like 3 different capture cards into the same PC and kind of like flip the games?
Yes, we can.
Just put me in the corner. Just put me in
Mitch,
the
what-
corner of the stream the entire time.
I
Just
think
You
we could
could
do
literally-
this.
You could do remote cameras and remote mics. Just saying.
I think we could do this.
But we could switch
Yeah, the
which
input.
TV goes. Yeah, just get an
Yeah.
HDMI switch. Yeah.
You could definitely do that. And then literally you can do mobile cams if you wanted to do like portable interviews. That's
This
absolutely
is
doable.
necessary. Bowsah,
This
you're
is
in
necessary.
charge. Yes, this cannot be. This cannot be an idea.
She's like, hold on a damn minute. I just signed up for that.
I was already looking at the appropriate devices to buy on Amazon, just
That's
so
what
you
I'm
know.
talking
Oh
about.
God, here we go.
Yes.
Perfect.
Sean's like,
Yes. September. Go to twitch.tv/carpool
'cause I'm
gaming,
gonna
man.
need
That's
it.
what it yeah. Like, let's make this a thing, dude. We've got time. It's November for Extra Life. We've got just over a month before we go. It's gonna be great. I think
6 weeks.
that is
6
the
weeks?
end. The 6 weeks. 6 weeks. And
weeks.
I'm gonna be flying the day that this Dragon Age game comes out. We're gonna go trick or treating. Then I get a red eye. I land in Toronto. We're gonna drive across the border, and it's gonna be nuts, man. It's gonna be great. Extra Life is coming up, so we better end this episode of the Xbox Drive, episode 357. Thank you all so much for listening. Before we close, before I thank everybody at patreon.com/carpool gaming, Mitch Power, please tell us where we can find you on the internet, my friend.
MitchPower1116.com, which is where you'll find everything: Twitch, YouTube, all of the above. I'm playing Lockdown Protocol as a community game tomorrow. Sometime this week, I'll be filming my promo video for my charity stream. Yeah, like lots of stuff going on. MitchPower1116.com.
Nice, man. I like it. Bowsah, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me at Bowsah13 on Xbox, and PlayStation. I don't know, maybe Bowsah on Steam? I don't know what the heck it is. It's like weird. I don't know.
It is.
Find me in the Discord. Send me pictures of your tattoos. That's all I want.
Appropriate ones.
Be safe getting your tattoos. Go to an actual, factual tattoo artist. Fiona, where can people... I'm trying to ban somebody, so I'm a little
I know, but I
distracted.
can't
Fiona,
find the
where...
right button.
People can find me on the internet over at twitter.com/Ceranics. You can find me over at twitch.tv/Ceranics, where I will be making my comeback debut this weekend, where I'm going to be playing, of course, a character creator, because why not? So I'm just living my best life, listening to music, and just playing character creators, because that's all I do. And of course, if you do end up getting the adorable Extra Life Bobby tattoo, do you let me know? Or if you buy the merch, take photos and post them in the Discord. That's what I want. That's what I want from you guys this week. So thank
Nice.
you. Yeah.
As for me, you can find me on Twitter at Sean Capri, Sean like Connery, Capri like the pants. It's the same on Xbox. Send me a friend request and I'll get to it, you guys. I will accept it, very likely this weekend. You can find me at Edmonton Fan Expo, sitting next to the legendary Victor Lucas and Steve Tilley from Electric Playground and Reviews on the Run. I get to moderate a panel at a fan expo tomorrow. That is so
Let's go.
awesome. I'm pumped. It's going to be great. They're texting me right now. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty awesome. So I'm excited for that. Thanks to everybody who's been along with me on this journey of content creation for damn near 10 years. It's been pretty cool. And Victor Lucas is one of the reasons I even started doing any of this stuff. I listened to his podcast and he's like, just go make it. Go make the content. Stop making reasons. Stop making plans. Just go make it. And here we are in 2024 moderating panels at geek cons. It is so freaking cool. Go to carpoolgaming.com, get your merch, get your Extra Life merch. You got to be doing that, man. And also, you can go join 100 plus people who are at patreon.com/carpoolgaming, and that blows me away just in and of itself. And I want to say thank you to every single person who supports us over there, especially our ultimate producers, the young, the handsome, the wonderful Jonathan Brown. He does the music for the show and the PlayStation Drive. Go to linktree/pme.jib. You can listen to his music on Apple Music and Spotify and a bunch of other places. Look for PME. Stands for Purple Monkey Entertainment. Thank you, Jonathan Brown, for your support. The links are in the show notes. Cwagmire is also an ultimate producer who wants you to know that the best babes are Xenobabes. And TechMike, who says whether you are Kevesi or Agnian, you're a Xenobabe at heart. Thank you all to our ultimate producers for your absolutely ridiculous support. Platinum producers, CowboyDangerD, Peje EP, Solo, Smokin Joe, The Captain, and Tim Pollen. And our gold members, I'm going to go backwards. Toxic, The Jiggy Collector, Shane Erickson, Patrice Millette, Old Mr. Frump, Liger Woods 330, Kia Savoy, John 32, Hopple, Emily O'Kelly, Drellish, Dan and Luma, Cecily Carrozza, Brian Reese, Brad Moore, Bob Loblaw, Awesome Dave 1337, Anna and Adam K. You guys are beasts. Incredible stuff. We cannot wait. Extra Life is coming up here. That is the end of the Xbox Drive episode 357. Only 3 more to go before Red Rings of Death and Peter Moore certainly happens. So we'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for listening. And Fiona says goodbye to the people.
Bye, everybody. Bye. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of the Xbox Drive. Now, before you drive off, be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow Carpool Gaming on socials. Don't forget that we've got some awesome Xbox Drive merch on carpoolgaming.com, and you can also support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/carpoolgaming for exclusive content. Links to everything are in the description. We'll see you next week.